This is the Chief and Shawn show, and we are live in the 405.
We're not live, but we are back.
We're live.
No, we're not. We are back.
And we're live.
Weekly, not live.
We're sort of live.
Okay, to everyone listening, or,
the people who are listening.
the few that listen, here's the deal. Speed Society is going to be hosting all of these podcasts. You're going to be seeing a ton from these guys. How big are they, Shawn?
It's the biggest automotive website in the world, and, they got a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, we're stoked to be working with guys like that for sure. Anytime we can align ourselves with other huge automotive people, this is perfect. So,
Also, stop listening now and go and like it and comment on it, and the sooner you do that, hopefully, the more podcast episodes you'll hear.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, the Crow 405, Murder Nova, Midwest Streetcars. Like it, comment on us. Tell us who you are. Tell us why you listen to it. Keep this going, please. There are people that don't want this to keep going.
Yeah, there's people right now trying to put an end to this. They don't want us on the air.
And we got guys like Speed Society that want to help us keep it going. So
welcoming us.
Let's do it. Rock and roll. Help everybody out.
And while you're there, check it out. Their website's awesome.
I smell urine in this fucking room. I mean, dead bodies up in this bitch.
All it's going to smell like is water. I promise you.
Ew.
Smell like water.
All right, guys.
It's not going to smell just like water.
Anything that comes out of your body is
filter
fucking
through.
acid.
All right, and now, here we are, the podcast. That was the podcast that was going on before this podcast, I guess. I don't know. We were doing our own thing there. Chief and Shawn show in the Mess Shack. We have returning friend of ours, Kamikaze over here.
Podcast all-star.
Podcast all-star.
Podcast
We had to bring him back.
My name is Kamikaze, and I'm a street racer.
Yeah, Kamikaze is one of the MVP podcasters.
Yeah.
He's going to be
Goddamn right.
hanging out with us today because he was already here hanging out, and we're going to do a podcast. So
why not have him on?
we basically,
It's because me and Chief were talking shit in the text message, and I just had to come up here so I could,
Well, we were all sitting around not doing
I miss my
anything
buddies.
anyways.
We were lifting weights and shit.
We may as well.
I need to lift.
record it.
I need to lift some weights. All I've
We
been
were
lifting is
working.
fucking cheeseburgers and honey buns and Fresh Krispy treats.
I got a phone call earlier, and somebody was like, "What are you doing?" And I was actually fucking working. I was working out, but I
Oh,
was working. So I haven't been able to say that.
Well, when you got
you work out in those goddamn flip flops?
No, I work out barefoot.
For real?
Yeah.
You're gonna drop something on one of them phalanges. It's gonna hurt.
Mama.
Yo, mama.
What's he say? Which one of y'all's what?
Which one of y'all's Nebo?
Which one of y'all's knee ball? Yo, mama. Hey. Yeah. He's all.
I'm just going to hang out.
Well,
you guys
what?
just do this. This is great. No, this is going to be good. This is going to be a good day. The whole
I can't
day's gonna
stand
be like this.
the organized
I
part
was
of
in a
this.
good mood. Phantom tried to bring me down earlier.
You were bringing me down about 30 minutes ago.
Sorry, you
Phantom
was
gets-
wearing me the fuck out.
I had to-
swapping chairs and
I had to
figuring
get
out where you
I had to
was
get
gonna
another
sit.
rock star going.
Funnel that bitch.
Hold on.
You said you
Hold
was
on.
gonna
You'll find
Turn
me
it
a
up.
beer. I'll go make you a beer.
You guys
bottle
ready?
Right now.
You guys ready?
turn it
Hold
up.
on.
This is where Kamikaze
Okay,
gets
now I
good.
can talk. Okay. Oh.
So good.
Chief and Shawn Facebook, Chief and Shawn Show Facebook. We're going to do the whole thing. We're going to do Chief and Shawn Show shirts.
There's a Chief and Shawn Facebook
We're going
page?
to do it.
There
yeah.
is.
And then we're going to
You
do
did-
it.
You
You
don't
haven't
like
liked
us?
it yet?
I didn't know there was one. God damn it! I'm Facebook
You
illiterate.
don't listen to the podcast.
I
very
fucking
often,
hate
do you?
social media.
Yeah, but you're podcast literate.
Yeah.
Hey, you can podcast.
Yeah.
We should do a special shirt with Kamikaze's face on it, not give him any money.
Yeah.
Do
I
like-
bet you. I
do
bet
like-
you it would sell like crazy.
Just do
Because
like a
everyone can make money off me except for me.
podcast.
You're the only one that can.
Yeah, I'm the only dumb fuck from this whole situation that can't make any money. So I mean, if you guys want to start making money, I feel like you should start making money and just give me like 5%.
Can we make some money?
Because
off of you?
yeah,
All right,
because
podcast all-star
5% is more
shirts
than I make
coming up.
anyways.
You guys want to make a shirt with Kamikaze's face on it with a microphone in his mouth?
I don't know if we're going to be able to get the hair good enough on the picture on the shirt.
Yeah, as long as it's red up top, you're fine. Or black up top and red
Motherfucker,
beard.
don't start this again. It's
As long as
black
you
up
get hair
top.
Black
red
hair up top,
beard,
red beard.
And there's a
You'll
little bit of red
nail
right
it.
here. The rest is all dark.
You're going to nail it.
The
It'll
beard's
look just
perfect.
like him.
Yeah, this beard gets me some ass.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, for real.
How does he
Don't me with that thing on your chin.
Is
he hot?
What's he look like?
Is he good looking?
He ain't got this much hair, goddamn it.
He shaves it.
He better be shaved. The no hair thing's mutual. That's anybody. If you brush against me with hair, I don't fucking like you either. If you sweat
As
near me, if you
normal.
get hair near me, if I hear you fucking eat
if
near
you-
me.
If you
Hey,
touch
now
him-
that's an actual thing. Did you know that's an actual
Yes, I tell
disease?
people this. You told me that, so now it's my
Yeah,
excuse
we
when I
have
get
a
so mad at
disease.
someone. Yeah,
There's
I have a disease.
out there. I don't remember what it's called, but if you if you're like me and you cannot fucking stand to hear someone else eat,
It puts me in a fit of fucking rage.
yeah,
I want to murder
thing.
people.
It's an actual problem.
Yeah. If I hear
So-
you fucking eat, I have to like the TV. If I'm eating with people, I have to have the TV so goddamn loud. Because if I hear someone smack, even the spoon hitting a fucking bowl because they're too goddamn uncoordinated to like scoop something, it's like they're playing fucking drums and they try to eat something,
Playing the drums.
or they can't use a fucking knife and a fork, and it sounds like they're in there playing some. I don't know. I just
One thing that does bother me is someone crunching ice.
yes.
Chief.
I don't understand. None of that bothers me.
It does. I don't know why.
That's good because you don't want to live the misery I do. I had to hear people fucking eat all the
I don't
time.
eavesdrop on what other people do.
I
so-
can't help it.
It's
I have
called
ADD.
It's called misophonia.
Yeah.
It may be miso, but I
Whatever.
call it miso.
Miso's
misophonia.
kind of cooler.
Well,
So-
I also don't listen to what people say. So
You just don't care about.
Not ever.
You just
I mean,
don't
people
care
can
about
talk to
anybody.
me- People can talk to me, and then 30 minutes later,
You
they'll
just-
be like,
you just
I'll be like,
don't-
What are you doing?
You just don't
They'll
care
be like,
about
I just
anybody.
told you.
You just don't care. I feel like.
Yeah, it's a condition that scientists call misophonia. Mealtime can be torture. The sounds of other people eating, chewing, chomping, slurping, gurgling, it can send you into instantaneous blood-boiling rage.
Yes, that's how I would describe it.
go.
Like I want to curb check
Rage,
people.
panic, fear, terror, and anger all mixed together just at the sound of someone eating.
would
You have.
say rage,
You
I
have
would
no
say.
idea. It's
You're on American History X people.
it's
huh?
fucking serious, dude.
Yeah, there's the reaction is irrational, which makes it a scientific thing. So it's
Wow.
a typical fight or flight mechanism, and it's so pronounced that we can no longer eat with the people around us.
It's that serious. Like I could be with a fucking smoking hot chick if we're on a date, and if I can hear this, I was gonna say something. If I can hear this person fucking eating, I'll stop and be like, hey. I was like,
You're gonna have to do that later.
yeah, I'm gonna have to. You're gonna have to chew your goddamn mouth shut, woman.
No,
I
it's
can't listen to this
It's
shit.
a real thing. Like, I didn't wake up at 9-year-old and just go, you know what? I think I'm going to be fucking driven insane by listening to my brother
Mm-hmm.
eat cereal today. No, it just happened to me.
I bet we could find some statistic on there to where people who have
I think that we
ADD.
should- I think that we should be able
Probably
to
have
get the
that.
park up front because of this. Like,
Okay, like handicap signs
I feel
and
like
shit.
people should know
we have
that
a
you guys are
disease.
this way.
I feel like
'Cause
I'm
people
so
like me have no idea that you motherfuckers got problems.
I'm so fat.
and what if I'm just smacking?
And I
on
stab
some
the fuck
Doritos
out of
or
you.
something?
That's why.
I don't get near you
told
when you eat.
before,
If you
too,
eat, I don't
Sean.
get near you.
Chief has told me
Sean
before.
will be
Yeah, I
leaning
can't get near
over
you
me,
when
I'll
you
be in the
fucking
car,
eat.
He'll be leaning over me, check it out. He's
Yep.
and I'm
Hey,
like,
if I get
bro.
a bag of chips,
Dude.
hey, we're all having chips.
No, yeah, because
Everybody
those things are
around
flying out of
us-
your mouth and
Hey,
shit.
yeah,
I've seen those
yeah,
crumbs coming out of you.
That's
Spitting them
Yeah, you
motherfuckers
like
everywhere.
crunch the chip
So I
and
need
in
to
slow
know.
motion. You see all the chip particles flying out of your mouth
I
into
need
people.
to know shit like that.
And what
because,
sucks is
you know,
there's no treatment. There's no fix for this.
Yeah,
There's no
just smack
treatment.
them.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, start offing people. Just start fucking.
Yeah.
Just start get offing them. Just bang against the table with their face. Just
Bounce their head off a desk.
yeah. Just no more fucking loud noises.
yeah.
Yeah,
No more
that's
locked doors.
that's
Yeah.
a real thing.
Loud doors make me crazy.
So if you have misophonia, or we're gonna call it, you want to kill people when they eat,
Yeah.
let us know. Go to the Chief and Shawn
If you
Facebook
have
page, let us know.
if you have no fucking self control of your body because you're stupid and you're inconsiderate when you eat and you annoy everyone around you, learn
Hey, if I
get
know
some
people are
fucking
like that, I can be quiet.
Get some
But
fucking manners.
If I don't know, I don't.
This started. I mean, I have.
Well, Sean,
flashbacks.
Sean,
This
like you're
actually
respectful. When you
started
smoke, you're respectful. At least I'll give you
I
that.
try to be.
I don't. I'm
Yeah.
not.
I try to.
No, you gotten way better.
I've gotten better, but
Back in the day, we used to want to.
The other day, and this motherfucker was so cold outside. This motherfucker, you could clearly tell this dude don't smoke. Okay, and this was really cold outside. And this motherfucker walks up in his garage smoking to get away from the
It's
cold.
too cold. What are you gonna do?
I hate fucking cold.
Dude, when I was a kid, I lived in Shively, Kentucky for a little while in the
Hell
hood.
yeah.
And,
Shouldn't be saying that. People are gonna
and I
find
lived
your
there, and
family.
we had a best friend. His name was Travis Beeler, and he would come to my house in the mornings before school, and he'd catch the bus with us because his parents worked early or whatever. So he'd come to, and I'd wake up, and he'd be in my kitchen, and I'd go in there, and I'd have to sit there and eat cereal with Travis Beeler, and it was the most excruciating thing. It made me hate cereal. It made me hate breakfast time.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
I mean, dude.
I hate soups. People
Listening
can't eat
to that
soup.
spoon smack against that bowl, and then
Fucking-
him putting Captain Crunch down his throat like a goddamn horse eating oats. in my
Like I'm
fucking
getting
living room.
chills. I'm getting so mad
Yeah.
thinking about
Dude,
people
it was
eat
like,
loud.
It was like eating at the table with a horse eating oats.
Yep.
And he just, I mean.
Like just
I
seeing
thought-
their fucking
I
mouth
wanted to-
move, I'm
I
just
wanted
like
to
I
ask
want to
him,
hit him in the jaw.
What is in that fucking bowl? Is that corn nuts? Why does it sound like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Marbles? Are you eating marbles
Yeah.
or what?
Are you chewing the hardest thing known to
breaking
fucking
your
man?
teeth?
Yeah.
Why does it sound
What's
like
wrong with you? Stop it!
I have heard people, and I will say that if I notice it, it's bad. So if I notice it and I go, holy shit, then it's really bad.
Yeah,
See, I don't know if being like Sean, where you just don't give a fuck about anything, is like the way to be.
I just
You know?
I just don't really care.
Yeah, because Well, there's as a gift I have ADD so bad that my little simple mind is going so fast that I take in like a ton of shit at one time, which I think is why I'm halfway good at only a couple things. All right, like if I'm going fast, I'm like I won't get.
Look, there
I'm
has
good.
to be. I know you. I've known you for 20 years now. There has to be an actual small person in your head with a gold panhandler's bucket, and he's just as the shit comes in, he's shaking it.
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
And all the
And let's
important
keep this.
shit, all the
Let's go,
important
let's
shit
keep
falls
this.
to the bucket, and then like the things that really don't matter but matter to Chris, they stay in the bucket, and he turns those
It's a
in.
serious deal.
And he
Like
He goes and he turns those in. They
Yeah.
weigh them, and he goes, "All right, this is what we give a fuck about today." This one little
for that
nugget-
minute, for that hour though,
No,
it changes. It
this one
continuously
little
goes.
nugget of Chief saying something about me or my car. That's the fucking thing we're focusing on today, and everything else that he heard that day went right through that fucking thing and out his butthole.
I
or
can tell
something.
you. I can tell you.
I'll give you
something
that.
fell
That's
right
that's
through
probably
that
a real
bucket.
statement. I mean,
Something that fell through that bucket is if Chris tells you he's going to be somewhere in 30 minutes, you better plan on
About an
staying
hour,
for
hour and a
3
half.
hours.
Hey, Chris works on his. Chris,
He works too damn hard.
they say that I'm
I used
on
to.
Indian time because I'm never on time to anything. Nothing ever matters to me. So like time doesn't matter. You know, and effectively, I don't care. If I'm supposed to be there at 4, I'm gonna be there whenever I get there. But when I get there, I'm gonna be fucking awesome. Okay.
Exactly.
That's
I'm
called Indian
awesome,
time.
period.
That's called Indian. Kamikaze, there isn't even a clock.
No.
There isn't.
There is no clock.
He's on a calendar.
Yeah.
If he tells you today, hopefully it's this week.
Hey, he's told me before, hey, you at the shop? And I'm like, yeah. Okay, I'll be there in 20 minutes. I'll leave in 10 because I know he's not going to come, you know?
that's smart.
Yeah.
he's
Hey,
definitely
and
agreeing.
it's easier for me that if he actually did show up an hour later, I could just come back up here from my house,
But
you know?
But think about this.
But hey,
when he's here, he's not like all those people that say, I'll be there, and then they show up here, and then the whole time they're here, they're somewhere else, like in their mind. Like they're on their phone or they're on the computer or they can't actually get involved in what's going on because they have somewhere else to be that they got to be on time to.
Yeah.
Fuck those people. Literally, fuck you. If you're so fucking punctual that you have to be there at a certain time, but you have somewhere else you have to be at a certain time, so you're gonna fuck off your time with me because you're thinking about how you're gonna get there on time. Fuck
Yeah,
you. That's
yeah.
what I say.
Well,
Yeah.
I always thought that I was really bad about being
Chris
late.
can show up here and be like, I gotta be somewhere in 30 minutes, and that's you never hear about it again. 3
Yeah.
hours later, he's still here.
Yeah.
Whoever he's supposed to be meeting
Just
somewhere is
texting
waiting
me.
on him.
Just
Yeah.
texting him.
And
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
looking
And my phone's on silent, so like all you goddamn people get mad 'cause I ain't texting you back. It's because I don't know.
Well, and plus, you don't have an iPhone. So.
Whatever.
Yeah, so
Just fucking iPhone
you don't
shit.
have a fucking-
I used
I'm
to
fixing-
think that I was really bad because in my family, I'm the late one, always. It doesn't matter what's going on. And I feel like since the show, it's probably gotten a little bit worse, you know? But
The show will fuck your scheduling.
it does. It does. And it also makes you
And they're
not
gone
really
right now,
care,
so I can't
you know?
bitch, but-
You're like, Christmas dinner's at 5 o'clock. Yeah, it's 7, you know? You know.
Well, when you get there, you can be like,
but I don't
I'm filming a
expect
TV
people
show,
to
and they're
wait
like,
on
oh,
me. I also don't expect people to wait on me. I'll heat that shit up later if I'm hungry, you know? You guys finish what you got going on. Yeah, I'm late. Whenever I get there, I'll make it up.
I am that guy though.
You know?
Like if I saw I'll be there in 30 minutes, and you assholes are in Texas by the time I get there, I'm not like, why didn't you fucking wait? I'm just like, where y'all at? It's like, all right,
Yeah, no, hey.
I'm gonna
you
double.
don't
I'm
get
gonna
mad about it.
no, I'm gonna step it up, and I'll try and get there. You know, I'll do that
I
shit.
mean, you've even told me before, it'll be about 30 minutes. Man, you better go ahead and go.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't even ask anymore.
yeah.
I just tell him where I'm gonna be, and then I go about my thing. And then later on, he texts me, "Where you at?" I'm in Dallas. Okay, cool. And that's it.
I remember one
Yeah.
time he
You know.
told me,
And-
"Can you swing by my house and get me?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "I'm leaving my house right now. Like right now, the car's loaded up." And we were going to. This was just here a while back. We were going to Okima to test, and you were like, "Can you swing by my house?"
Oh yeah, and I just said, fuck
It's
that.
gonna
I was
be
like,
about-
yeah, ain't gonna
It's
happen.
gonna be about 30 minutes, and I was like, "Oh man."
See, you thought it was gonna be 2 hours.
Hey, and then
There you go. There you go.
Perfect.
Now get back to where you were.
This is
And
perfect.
then,
Go back here.
Go back to where you were. Yeah.
I don't want to. Now I gotta move.
oh shit.
Fucking
And then pretty much
cheap
you were
ass
just like,
microphone.
yeah,
This is
don't-
bullshit.
Don't worry about it. I'll just meet you there. And you did, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I
You
got there.
came.
Mhm.
You got there,
Mhm.
you know?
I wasn't much later
We
than
were
you
loading
either.
up. You guys were
Shit.
done testing and loading up.
We were leaving.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It
I
was
got.
only me. It was only me in Kentucky there.
Yeah.
And then you showed up,
Mhm.
and we made. I think we made one hit before you got there.
No, you
Yeah.
didn't.
No, we did. It was just me and him, and then you showed up.
Y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Make a hit
I
without
used
me.
to sit out on the porch of his house, beating on his door for an hour, waiting on him to come outside. You just figure it out if you.
He's
want.
not mentioning it's 3 in the goddamn morning,
If you want.
but yeah.
Or 3 in the afternoon. Either way, it didn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
because I just not going to bed from being up at 3 in the morning.
But you just get to a point where if you want to hang out with Chris, you're gonna hang out with same thing with me. If you want You want me to be there? I'm gonna be there. When I'm gonna be there, you know, whatever. But when I get there, we're gonna do cool shit. We're gonna have a good fucking time.
There is like there's things I'm on time. I don't know. I can't explain it. The clock thing's probably right. Like I don't.
There's just no clock.
Yeah, I don't have a clock.
No,
it sucks.
If what you're gonna do is in the area that you're in at the time it's going down, you're gonna be there. If not, well, fuck it.
Yep.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, something like that.
It pisses.
He doesn't get mad.
It pisses
You know,
some
he doesn't
people
be
off. Like it does
"Why
piss
didn't
some
you guys
people
fucking
off.
wait on me.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't never heard you say that.
No, well, I'm fucking late. It wasn't your fault. Now, if y'all motherfuckers leave early or something, I'm gonna say
But you
some
wouldn't
shit.
know.
You wouldn't
because you'd
know.
still be 2 hours late.
Yeah.
Unless it's that one time.
Unless that one time he was
One
already
time.
he was
What
already
one
here
time?
on the phone.
There's a one time.
Sitting in the
There's a
parking
one.
lot.
There's a one time every once in a while.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
The microphones have gotten a lot better. I've been listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
We're doing really well. I'm hoping to keep it that way.
Yep.
So
Except for this gankly thing I got hanging around my neck right now.
I feel like y'all keep
I feel
fucking
like
my
I'm being
microphone. I don't
strangled
like
by
it.
a very weak person.
Yeah.
What's that thing?
I don't know Kamikaze. I don't know. I can't.
I don't
even
like
see
it.
Okay. Well,
I don't like that deal.
You can hear.
What the fuck are you?
As
I think
always,
you should get it.
That-
get it
that's-
we're
right.
not going to talk about it. Okay.
That stack of
We're not
stuff
gonna
right
talk
there
about
is.
it.
He's going to talk about it the rest of the
We're not
time.
going to talk about it.
I
Get
gotta
rid of
look
it.
at it. It's in
Danny,
my. It's
get
in
rid
my.
of
I gotta look at
Get rid of
it.
That shit.
Get the
That
fuck-
thing sucks.
Whatever it is, get rid of it. If it's pissing him off, get rid of it. See, Jesus
out.
Christ.
Out.
As always, you can listen to this and future and previous podcasts at millerstreetcars.com, speedsociety.com,
Oh, I hate this part.
and any of your buddies that have an iPhone that you can get on iTunes and find it on iTunes. You can find it on Podbean. It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
Hey,
right?
That's all
my
over the
my
place.
Droid phone works just fine.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Except when I send you pictures
Yeah.
and then you didn't get them.
Well, it's because you got to email them.
Right.
Well, fucking check and see if I get them.
Yeah. And it's
If they're
green.
important.
You can't hardly read
Did you
it.
see that one I
It's
sent you
green.
about an hour
bright.
ago?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I won that. I won that little battle. I won that little
I've-
picture battle.
Except the fact I've already seen it 100 times. But
Whatever. I
But
made it.
whatever. You probably sent it to me a year ago. It just now came through. On the fucking SMF, fucking Samsung, fucking slider piece.
SMF.
What the fuck's SMF?
I don't know. That's whatever it is.
SMS.
Whatever it fucking
SMS.
is.
Oh, he said F,
What's it
motherfucker.
called?
I don't know.
Your face.
It's whenever it can't get good pictures.
Yeah, it's whenever you're fucking like 3G
Your
or
face.
some shit.
God damn
Yeah,
it.
whenever you suck.
Moving on.
T-Mobile,
Whenever you suck and
Samsung.
you got the androids.
Let's talk about stuff.
Ooh, the androids.
I got some opinions to air out. I got opinions on matters.
Also,
No.
anybody
God.
that wants to be involved in the podcast, whether it be keeping it on the air, whether it be getting something mentioned, I mean, for the right amount of money, I'll
Send
you, I'll
Kamikaze
you a
money
happy
and we'll
birthday
keep it on
song,
the air.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
we
Like
will.
whatever getting your business out
be
there,
good.
sponsorship, advertising, anything, pretty
Oh.
much anything at all. Send an email with your proposal and what you're going to do, and we'll send you a price. Send it to parker.midweststreet. I'm sorry. Let's start over. Parker.
Man.
P-A-R.
Get it together.
K-E-R,
God damn.
Parker.mwsc@gmail. Send Phantom
Fuck.
what you want us to say or do, and he'll send you a price on how much it costs. And then
Hey,
this
for
way,
the right price, we'll bring one of these motherfuckers in here as a special guest.
Huh?
Hell yeah.
Oh, like a person?
like get a podcast, like
Yeah.
get a listener, one of the tens of listeners in
Yeah,
here.
for the right price.
Man, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, there might be
Hey,
somebody
I
with
didn't
some
say it was a
money.
good idea.
Well,
Some
not
old guy with
necessarily,
some money will come in here and try and be up in Chief's
What's
areas,
it- like I don't know if I,
be up in his zones,
I don't know.
be breathing on him. With somebody with
Just
some
snort. Sean just snorted.
fuck yeah.
Sometimes it happens. Hey,
Somebody
sometimes-
with some morning breath.
Yeah,
I hate
don't
bad
know.
breath too.
I
If you
don't
got
know
bad
if I
breath,
could
don't
have
fucking
a-
talk to
I
me.
don't know if I could have a listener in here. That'd be a little scary.
That'd be weird.
Because, well, I mean, like, there's a lot of things that go on in here that normal people won't understand.
Yeah.
I have people come to my house.
Money talks.
There's
People keep coming to my house all the time.
Yes. Well, I just have
Like-
to go over. We'll have to have a questionnaire and say, what do you feel about weapons? How do you feel
Yeah.
about handguns?
Yeah.
How do you feel about
Do you have one?
the smell of?
Do you plan on killing me?
Do
Do you like my skin?
And then like have one where you make it where they don't know. Like how do you feel about the smell of vanilla? Or vanilla. How you feel about the smell of feet? How you feel about the smell
Ooh, I
of marijuana?
fucking hate
That's
feet.
the one we really care about. But we'll throw it in there with all the other ones so they don't know.
I fucking hate feet so bad.
Yeah. What do you know? How do you
How do
feel
you feel
about
about sitting in a room full of guys that's
with
got bullet
holes?
holes all
Yeah.
over the place?
I feel like that's
There are
normal for
bullet
me.
holes.
I feel like there
No,
could be
it's
a
normal
house.
for you because
Yeah, there could be bullet holes
you grew
everywhere.
Up in a house with bullet holes everywhere.
There wasn't no doors where I grew up. There's just crack houses.
Dude.
There's just folks standing there
You're-
slinging stuff with no windows
Your
and
fucking-
doors.
Your house on the north side that I lived near you and went over there all the time. It literally had holes in the fucking everywhere.
Well, that's because my dad would get bored and shoot guns in the house.
Yeah, he did.
He really did.
Hey, dude, one time, oh my God. One time,
He shot guns everywhere.
we'd be sitting in Chris's living room watching TV or whatever, fucking trying to find something to do. And, teenager just now got a car.
No, Justin
No
used to come
gas
by
to
and
do
fuck up my
anything.
dad. and get them all pissed off.
Well, yeah, because it was.
And
like,
all
the
I want
most
to do is
amazing-
fucking
The
leave.
first thing you could do is when you walked in the house, you'd be like, "So, Mike, what do you think about this thing in political news?"
Get a
You know what I mean?
1 hour
Just to get him
tirade
fired
of
up,
just
you know?
Jesus.
One time we're sitting there, and he comes walking by with this fucking monstrosity of a fucking firearm in his hand with something hanging off the end of it. And he's like, "Tell me if you hear this." And he walks outside and shuts the door, and he goes, "Bam!"
Yeah, it's like someone dropped a fucking warhead in the backyard.
like somebody dropped a nuke in the backyard.
Yeah.
Did you say nope?
And he
Walks
told
off
me
by
that
like
we
he's
were like-
walks up like he's cool. He's like, check this out. Let me know if you hear this. And I'm like, what the fuck's he doing? And then the window shook and
He
shit.
goes back in the fucking house, and as he's walking by, Chris is like, "Yeah, we fucking heard it." And he's like, "Shut up!" And he walked on by. He goes
Yeah.
back in the bedroom,
Like
does
the whole-
something else, comes back out, walks back out.
whole-
with it. Bam!
Yeah, he's trying to like subsonic ammo. It's like, hey asshole, the whole county can hear what you're doing. You're in the middle of the fucking city. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he had a mouse problem. He couldn't get this fucking mouse problem taken care of.
He brought the big bot. He got sick of fucking around. These are some badass mice. So like, you know, we had 2 dogs, and the little mice bastards are getting there trying to get the dog food. And so my dad's getting pissed because it's like him versus the mice, and the mice are outsmarting him. And so there's like a mouse trap, and you got all the different ways you can catch a fucking mouse, you know. And they're winning. Like they're still getting the food.
Oh, you go in his house, there's peanut butter on mouse traps everywhere.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
shit
yeah.
hanging from
So
buckets.
my
There's,
dad, like,
the craziest thing you can think of.
He's
on how
drawing
to
a line in
catch
the
a
sand
mouse.
about this shit. And I'm in the phone talking to some girl. I'm probably, I don't know, 17 or 16. And then, you know, the gunshots go off. And I'm like, and she hears it. And I'm like, yeah, it's no big deal. And,
It's nothing.
yes, I'm going to call you back. And so, you know, get up out of my bed, talking all sweet to some girl, trying to get her naked and send me pictures and stuff. And go in the kitchen. And my dad's laughing. He thinks it's cool. Had like a bread machine. Remember back when they
Yeah,
had
the
like bread
maker.
machine? Yeah, bread
He had a
makers.
fucking full-on bread maker.
Yeah,
on the
my
counter.
dad was going to make bread.
Yeah, your dad was fucking.
Yeah, he was.
Can you imagine eating some bread
Your
my dad
had a lot
made?
of- your
Who the
dad
fuck
had a
wants
lot
any
of
of that?
Crazy ideas. One
Yeah.
of them was he was going to be self-sufficient and quit going to the grocery store. I make bread.
I mean, he was going to grow weed for a while. I remember
I
that.
remember he was going to go. Remember he was going to build cars.
I remember coming home and I
He
was like,
gonna build
I'm in
kit
my
cars.
20s, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's out there in the
Now, hang
shed.
on, what did he put through the fucking bread maker?
Okay, yeah, so my dad back then, he had a Class 2.
forgot
That's
all about
a
that.
scary thing. He was a Class 2 dealer for a while until he found out that if you had a Class 2 dealer's license,
They know.
that they could come to your house and look at your shit. And I was like, I don't think I want anybody looking at my shit.
Yeah.
So-
he drives around in a creepy looking van with a bunch of fucking machine guns.
Yeah, or like, you know, yeah. And so he gets rid of the Class 2 license, but he's got, you know, the black Talon, the bullets they have, you know, the ones they call cop killers because they're Teflon coated and shit. He's got just mags of those things everywhere. And he's got the SIG 45, the gun I still, you know, and that's what he shot a mouse with. So it hit the bread machine
Yeah, he shot
And
a
then it shrapneled
45
out
with
into
a
like-
fucking black Talon round
from 10 feet.
in the kitchen at
Yeah.
a meese.
Yeah.
At a fucking
A
a
little
poor
bitty guy, a little bitty,
poor
little bitty,
meese.
the little guy from the movies,
Yeah,
a little
look-
bitty mouse, a
he's-
little
he's
dude.
Stuart Little?
Yeah, Stuart Little.
was walking around the fucking Fievel.
Yeah,
from
my dad-
American
Fievel?
Yeah.
Fievel's walking around the fucking bread maker looking for a crumb, and a fucking 45 comes at him with a fucking Teflon.
Yeah, my dad's
coated
like,
black
"Fuck you,
Talon.
kaboom!" You know, and then it hits
get
the
it?
bread machine, and,
Yeah, did he
and then
hit
the bullet gets like the size of a basketball, and blows the back of the bread machine out.
The whole
and,
backsplash on the
yeah, and the
counter
shrapnel
blowed
hit those
out.
hit what's his name, Stuart Little.
Fievel.
Yeah, okay. Well, it fucked him up bad.
What's the one from the Green Mile? Mr. Jangles?
Yeah.
Mr. Bojangles.
Yeah, Mr. Bojangles got fucking hammered. Like it fucking hammered him. And my dad was like, "Yeah, you need to pick that up." And I'm talking like the kitchen was covered in.
And I mean, his dad celebrated for a week. That
Yeah.
was a big victory.
He won.
For him.
He finally got that motherfucker.
Yeah. He's
I
like,
showed
you hear
that mother-
You hear that? You hear that?
All of my
That's
friends
what he
know.
say. You hear that?
Also, my
It's
friends know.
silence.
Yeah,
You know why? Because them fucking mice aren't in the dog food.
Yeah, yeah. It's like those little mice. They know not to come in this fucking house. That's what he was thinking.
They know better.
He's like,
They done heard.
I handle shit.
Every time you had to go to Chris's house, you had to like walk up and like ring the doorbell and get way low, you know,
Yeah.
because you never knew where the fuck the bullets were coming from.
I remember I was outside playing. I was probably 10, and I was down the street playing with my buddies. We were playing, you know, football or some shit. And my dad's out in the garage doing whatever he does, and you hear fucking kaboom in the garage, middle of the fucking day. It's like noon. And I'm sitting there. I was like, "Uh-oh." I think that asshole might have offed himself. I'm like, "Oh shit." I'm thinking someone finally set him over the edge, and he just ended it. You know. So I go around towards the house, and he's in there laughing. You know, he's got a ladder, and he's like looking around, like, "What are you doing?" So I'm trying to find this bullet, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he's like, "Well, I was cleaning my gun. I thought it was empty." And he didn't check it and just
fucking went
racked it off. Just racked him a fucking 45 off in the middle of the neighborhood.
Yeah, he was the coolest guy on the block. He had a fucking
He was the
Sounds
scariest
like
guy
it.
on the block.
he had a drag boat and he fired it up in his garage.
He
and
did
had
have a pretty
fucking-
sweet drag boat.
What, he fucking blew the whole back of it out through the dryer one time.
He blew the scoop off. Blew the valve covers off of it one time.
That's pretty tough to do.
Yeah, you know, like back in the day when they had those T-handle valve cover
Oh, yeah.
deals?
Yeah, I still got
We-
some on the Impala.
Yeah, we had those. And we're sitting in some race in Kansas or some damn place, and we're trying to fix all this bullshit in the boat. It just wouldn't get right. Just can't get right. And my dad's, and he's on the trailer fucking just zinging this thing to like 8,500, just taking it up. And something happened right about the
The same way
8,500.
Chris does with the El Camino.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly the same.
yeah. So about 8,500 RPM, something let go. And whatever it was really mad. And I mean, it backfired so bad. It literally blew the scoop out, like made it from a scoop thing to a round shape.
And the fire from the scoop
Went into the back of
forward
the truck.
because he had a
The
camper,
shell. It
shell.
went into the truck.
It went in the camper shell.
And it blew the valve covers in the air, like off the, like over the headers and on the ground.
Wow.
The
Yeah, and it had
announcer came
T-
over the fucking deal. He's like, "Whoop!" Sounds like somebody just hydraulic that fucking hydro.
Yeah, but it was our little boat, our little 440-inch big block. I don't know how you do that. Like, how do you hydraulic a 440-inch motor that bad at 8,000 RPM?
It was Mike Day.
Yeah,
It was Mike. How do you shoot a fucking
we
niece?
shouldn't say his last name.
How do you shoot Mr. Jangles on the fucking counter through the bread maker? Like
He did all kinds
that
of
ruined
stuff.
all the opportunities for making our own bread.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
self-sufficiency is over.
We're no longer
What are we going to do without
self-sufficient.
bread?
Yeah, gotta have bread.
That's like the,
Yeah.
that's
Bread,
step one.
bread and milk.
Yeah,
right?
that's step one.
We were a cow away from being self-sufficient.
I've got-
he fucking
yeah.
gave it up for one mouse.
Yeah, I've got one uncle who's like, still around. I think I've got a couple. I don't know. I think he's in prison. Pretty
One-
sure that fuck's in prison. I don't know where the hell my cousins are at. And I had one uncle I kind of stayed in touch with. I don't know where the fuck he went. He got in trouble. I don't know where his ass is. I think he's in Yukon. Like, I think
Well, now
he's,
you're going to tell everybody where
That's-
he's at. They're
that's
going to go
pretty
get him
close.
now.
he ain't got the same name I do.
They're going to
so,
go get him.
Yeah.
They're going to find him. People are listening. Tens of listeners. Actually, we're 11s, right? 11s of listeners.
11th.
So the mics have gotten better. Everybody's telling me the mics have gotten better.
I think the mic still sucks.
That's good. We're gearing up for Georgia,
We are.
Yes.
I'm really excited.
February 19th to the 21st. South Georgia Motorsports Park, Valdosta, Georgia. We're going to be there amongst the fastest drag radio cars in the world.
Only if the Elko's out there, then you're racing the fastest.
Drag
Drag
radio.
radio.
Drag radio.
And we're going to be racing in the biggest drag radio race that's ever been done.
Well, I'm not.
You're going to be at the same race.
I'm
with
going to be
me.
at the same race, but not in the biggest class.
You're going to be in the next biggest
I'm going
class.
to be in the second biggest class.
That's okay.
You're going
Nothing
to
wrong
be
with
in
silver.
Radio versus the World. I'll be in Pro 275.
Nothing wrong with silver.
I still have, the smaller tire on mine because
Right.
I can't run with those guys
Neither
with
can
the
I.
bigger tire. So
They don't allow my car in any other class but this class. It's called Radio versus the World. I mean, pretty much that lets you know.
Sums it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I can
Sums
run
it
with
up. It's the big
Just
one.
not in my car.
It's
I could borrow one of y'all's cars.
It's the big one for sure. We're going to be attempting to put our cars on a drag radio, see what it can do amongst the best in the world, really. And we've talked a lot of shit, and it was jokingly, and people have taken it. They've taken
and
it
ran with it.
really serious.
Like,
and so
ran a
now,
long ways.
yeah, so now it seems like we're cocky about this whole deal, and really we haven't even put the tires on our cars yet. Like this deal's in 30 fucking days.
Yeah, not since a year ago.
Mine is this
And-
car's never even made it. My car's never even made a pass.
And my car's quite
Oh.
a bit different.
My car's never made a pass. My car's never had a 315. I've never made a pass in anything with a 315. I've never made a pass in a tube chassis car. I mean, like this is a big deal.
This is serious.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking fall flat on my dick, and everybody's gonna laugh. But I don't fucking care. I want to go to the biggest race, and people are always like, "Oh, you street racers, you guys go to the street because your cars are slow, and so you have to turn them way down for the street." And so street racing is there only to make slow cars look fast. That's what street racing is for, because you have to turn your car way down to go to the street, and you guys hide behind the street and blah blah blah. Well,
I feel like anybody that says that can just fuck off. Like,
yeah. Well,
they're-
and
Yeah.
the truth of the matter here
Fucking
is,
losers.
like, the more I learn about this shit, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a big fan of drag radio, but
yeah.
if anyone is hiding
It's them.
behind anything, it's the drag radio guys, because you're not gonna get the drag radio, the big fast drag radio guys. You're not gonna get them to any other track through the middle of the year when it's 110 out to grudge race you.
There are 6 fucking gallons. There's like
They-
6 drums of glue on
They
that.
hide
motherfucker.
behind 2 races a year, and they hide behind all that track prep, and then those 2 races are when the air is good and the prep is right, and so they run their big numbers there, and then you don't see them again for the rest of the year. There's a very select few like Dwayne Mills and those guys that will hit other races throughout the year, but for the most part, other than Dwayne Mills and Keith Berry, a couple of those guys, for the most part, these guys go down there, they put up a decent ET, and they hide behind that all year, and they won't go out and race anybody or any other classes because they're waiting on the next
Georgia race.
The next Georgia race. Yeah.
Yeah, because they can't go anywhere else. They're
Yeah.
going to knock the tires off, or they're going to be.
They'll have to
4 or
turn
5
it down.
Turn it way down,
slower
yeah.
than it,
They'll have to turn it down. So I race. I'll go to Thunder Valley and race with the Pro Mods. Even with my old car, I'll go race Outlaw 10.5. We'll go race drag radio. We'll race on street. We'll race at no preps. We'll grudge race.
I've never hid in my car.
How can
I've
you
done
say-
all
yeah,
of those
How can
races
anyone
with
say
my
that
car.
we're hiding because we don't? It's not like we just stick to the street only. We like to do everything. And
It's
so,
because it's all they got. That's all they can fuck with you about. They got all their
That's-
bullshit
yep.
in their whole fucking world. And
Yep.
what they can say to degrade you and make them feel better is, you fucking race on the street because you're scared to race us.
right.
Yeah.
Fuck you, bitch. You're gay. We don't want to race you.
I've
That's why.
tried to do all kinds of different stuff with my car. A lot of different racing, big tire, small tire. And
Yeah. We'll
I'm
do
still under.
everything
I
that we
still.
can do.
I firmly believe that it is way harder to get a fucking big tire to work than it is a small tire.
Dude, after doing both and
Yeah.
being a part of both,
Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for the guys who actually make a big floppy balloon tire work because
Big
that
piece of
is
shit.
fucking
can't
difficult.
do it.
There's so many fucking things that have to be right to get the big tire to actually go
Yeah.
without shaking and without flopping around and without fucking shit up. Dude, it's hard.
Yeah. Once you kind of get a small tire car set, it's kind of set. After that, it's just power management. A big tire car, you got to change everything. You're fucking lame.
Well,
Man.
and there's so many other
Rank
issues
amateurs.
too. Like
Oh, it's the Reaper calling. Sorry,
The-
Reaper, I can't answer.
Let me answer that
the,
shit.
the whole keeping the tire round and
Yeah, you
we
Big
all
floppy
know
fucking tire.
that my car is the worst tire shaking car
Yeah, it
probably
is.
ever on the planet, and I have never made a pass at the track that it didn't tire shake.
You just drive through it though.
And yeah, but it doesn't gain anything.
Yeah, but you still win.
No,
Just rips tubs.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you have a lot of friction to deal with, so the ET
it does.
sucks.
The
and
ET
so the
is
mile an hour
not as fast.
sucks,
The mile an hour is not as fast. The only time that I've ever been to the track and the car didn't tire shake was on a 275 drag radio.
Because you
So,
can't shake a fuck. Well, you can, but Jesus.
Yeah, it's we're gonna go down there and we're gonna try it. We're gonna put some
I'm gonna have a good
315s on my
fucking
shit.
time
We're
no
gonna have
matter
a
what.
great
Me too.
time.
I'm excited.
We're going to.
I'm going to be there
We're gonna
somehow.
have my new car there. We're gonna have Sean's Murder over there. We're gonna be racing. We're gonna be taking pictures. We're gonna be selling shirts. We're gonna be fucking with Kamikaze.
Yeah, I'm going to be there.
We're going to. We're probably gonna give away some shit. I think we should give away some shit.
I'll give away some.
Yeah.
I got some.
I'll give away
Pistons.
some of y'all shit.
Let's give away Kamikaze's virginity.
I took that
Oh.
a couple weeks ago.
Fucking gross. That's the man you were talking
I'm
about
not the-
earlier?
Yeah. All that hair.
That's why I had to shed you.
It ruined me.
Yeah, I think we should give away some stuff though. We should make this a really big deal.
I got some
I
Pistons.
want to give away y'all stuff.
You want to give you want to give away our stuff?
Yeah.
Right on. Well, then
I
we'll
feel like-
sell your stuff. You give away our stuff.
Yeah. 'Cause I can't sell shit.
Kamikaze, what's your Facebook page?
Kamikaze Chris.
Kamikaze Chris.
Yeah.
Go like his Facebook page
Yeah, go like my Facebook page.
and
Go fucking
your website,
Kamikaze El Camino.
Kamikaze El Camino. Go to his website.
.commerce.
Go ahead and buy something. We're going to give you about 15 minutes here to like all our pages and buy stuff because the next thing we talk about is probably going to ruin your outlook on us but we want to go ahead and have that shirt shipped to you before you can back out of this.
Yeah,
deal.
yeah. Yeah, lock
So,
in your orders.
Lock
or
in
you
your
can't take your
orders
money
now.
back.
Log in your orders now before we ruin our relationship. We're gonna go from. I think this podcast may set us back.
Hey, that's
We
all right.
made it to 11s of listeners. This podcast may put us back in the 10s of listeners.
It might.
It just depends. I don't know.
So all right,
Uh-oh. Just like
Danny,
that?
where are we at on time?
I need a rock star.
We're at 20 minutes.
I really do need one.
All right.
We're only 20 minutes in. Nice.
You know that one douche has got a beer assistant?
Yeah.
I need a rock star assistant.
Yeah, you do.
Like I really need one.
Then you could wear the jeans with all the zippers and stuff in them. And you
I'm
could
gonna
all
make.
the-
I'm like.
rings and
Can I send a text?
bracelets
and-
Can I send a
bracelets.
text out and be like, "Someone
And
bring
you
me a
can
rock
go-
star, please."
No.
Then you can go, woo, after you get it.
Yeah.
Woo!
Beer assistant. My shit's slow. They did fuck up them roadkill dudes though. I'll give them that.
Yeah. Yeah, their car was
It's pretty cool.
you know,
It looked.
Yeah.
It looked like it ran pretty good.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh,
yeah, I
I'm,
mean,
I'm going.
angry britches.
I'm going with turd.
they didn't
You're
follow
going-
any
you're
of the
going
rules
to-
either. So
No,
I mean,
they didn't. They were way lighter.
they cheated and everything.
Yeah,
But
back
you know,
out.
if they did that to us, I would cheat.
What's that?
If some roadkill dudes or whoever the fuck them guys were, like
Oh,
challenge
if they
me.
show no,
If they
the,
said let's have an El Camino build off, it's got to be this. I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna show
See,
up there with.
the difference is Finnegan and Freiberger, the guys from Hot Rod, they're
Mhm.
too nice.
Oh,
And so that's why they felt like they could just do whatever the fuck they wanted and break all the rules. If I set the rules and they showed up with that fucking car, A, we're not racing unless they give me something because I built a car to the rules and you didn't. And B, my cheating, I'm going to keep it to where you can't find it.
Yeah, I feel like you're not going to
If
show.
you're going to show up,
you
and,
set
you're gonna
the
show up
rules
and fucking blatantly have a car that's against the rules,
like you can.
I'm going to knock your fucking
Yeah, like
teeth out.
you just can. Like Shawn can just say what he wants to people.
Yeah.
Like he just can.
Well, no, sometimes Shawn has to handle stuff when he says stuff.
I've had consequences before.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had some.
And just like it,
consequences.
you're not going to show up and just say, "Yeah, fuck your rules. This is what I brought. Let's race."
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck your couch. Is what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
I feel like that happens a lot.
But Freiberger and Finnegan are just too nice, and they wanted to race. And they
Are those
wanted to
guys
have a
pretty
good
cool? Do
time.
y'all know them?
Finnegan is.
You do?
Finnegan's really cool. I like Finnegan. Me and him, I actually believe that Finnegan is about 20% my friend. Really, like I don't
Yeah?
know, he probably wouldn't admit it, but he's all right. Freiberger though,
Freiberger? Which
don't
one's
get that
he?
guy.
'Cause one's like a tall. Is there a tall guy and a shorter? I don't fucking know. My ADD, so I can't even remember stuff when it happens. Like I can watch a show.
They stopped by the shop.
Finnegan's-
When
They
was
do?
it that
Yeah.
they stopped by
Oh,
the
that's when
shop?
I had that old gaffer
Finnegan's
car.
a younger guy with the goatee or whatever, had the goatee. Kind of looks like he's from California. Freiberger's the older guy. Kind of looks like he has
That's that shit.
cancer or
Looks
something.
like they're from California. Like when I was in fucking Arizona. When I was in Arizona. You say this guy has cancer?
Son of a bitch.
Who said that?
He's a frail little man.
You're
you know?
fucked.
Finnegan took me down the road. He's the one that took me down the road in the 55.
I want to do that.
You remember when he
Yeah.
came here and he had that car blasphemy? And
Yeah, y'all called me. I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
he was moving across the country with everything he owned,
Yep.
and we let him use the parking lot for the night so people wouldn't steal his shit. And I was like, I don't even know if this is a
Oh,
good
I
idea.
didn't-
And they
didn't
needed
talk
to work
you.
on
They
their
might
car.
actually steal more shit here.
Yeah,
than
They might
would
steal
over
They
y'all
there.
had to
shit.
work on their car or something too.
Yeah, they had to do something.
yeah, they came by here on the roadkill deal where they were driving that car across the country. And
Yeah, the 55.
yeah, and he took me
Yeah.
down the road in it.
I'm going to do it
Pretty
the El
sweet.
Camino. I'm going
It
to do a
was- it
big
was a-
thing about me driving the El Camino across the country.
It was a
Hell
cool
yeah.
car for sure.
Same motor and all.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
I'm gonna need that
let's start
radiator and
smaller.
tranny cooler
Yeah,
back
Let's
in there.
start
though.
smaller. Let's do the
Get it to
YouTube.
Yukon?
Let's do the YouTube video of you getting it to Yukon, and then once we get there, then we
Yeah.
can move on.
Yeah.
I might be able to get it to Yukon. I might be in a chase.
So, ooh,
That
I don't know
noise
what
again.
that noise
Remember
is.
last time it did that?
that noise means that we're. What does that mean? That's the noise of a listener dying.
Danny?
Yeah. we already pissed somebody off.
That's the noise of listeners shutting off.
Oh shit!
Right there.
Really?
When you hear the bong,
That's because y'all are being too fucking serious.
that's people.
All this
turning the
business
radio off.
talk, and you said the C word a second ago.
The C word?
C
yeah.
word?
And Sean's not saying what he wants to.
What do you mean I'm not saying what I want to
Because
say?
me and
This
Sean
is the
fight.
truth shack.
Yeah, this is
What?
the
I
truth.
don't
Why aren't you saying
This
what
is
you
the
wanna
this
say?
is the box of truth and
What am I
something.
wanting to
Why aren't
say?
you-
I don't know.
I
You're
always
in the-
say what
you're
I
Can I,
want to say.
can I tell Sean stories?
You can.
I got
Do
Sean
whatever you
stories.
want, buddy. This is your podcast
Oh,
all star.
a Sean story.
Yeah, I got Sean
I don't
stories.
know about that.
I got Sean stories.
Do whatever you want, Kamikaze. This is podcast all star time.
We need to have a thing called like what's it? Remember Keith? When I go off on some of my bullshit, or he'd see me do something, he used to call them Chris moments. Like when I do something stupid.
Yeah, we have kamikaze moments.
You need to have kamikaze.
Here we go.
moments.
Yeah, here's your moment. That bong. That
There's
bong
so
is
many.
your
There's so
moment.
many moments though.
Well, pick one and go,
Um,
or not.
remember the time I was racing the guy in the white truck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
and
He was racing the motorcycle.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this guy showed up and he had a Harley. He saw us, and he had a
When
Harley.
the fuck did you race a Harley? When did you race a Harley with
I
your
remember.
white
You
truck?
were there, motherfucker.
He didn't really race it.
Yeah. Let me finish. You're gonna ruin it.
Sorry.
Yeah. So we're there, and it's
I felt
me.
like I feel like I was a part of this,
no,
but I
you
don't
weren't.
remember.
no,
you
it was
were.
me, you, and Sean. Chris, you might have been there.
Fucking thing ever.
You might have been there.
Did you win?
Yeah, kind of.
He was winning.
Yeah, I kind of won. I mean, it depends on what you consider winning. So we're sitting there. Only cool part of the story is the end. Anyways, the guy on the Harley shows up. He can beat me in his little gay Harley. And so I'm like, okay, get some money. He went and got money, came back. And me and Sean there were doing a burnout. And the damn thing, I had so much timing pulled for the nitrous, it wouldn't do a burnout. So I grabbed the button.
Oh, yeah. You didn't actually get to race a Harley.
Yeah.
No, you were doing a burnout.
Let me finish. Hold on.
next
Hold
to
on.
Harley.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was sitting there in the truck and I have the button pushed in. And I was like, yeah.
What
this-
button?
The nitrous button.
How much nitrous was on this truck?
Fuck, a lot.
Yeah, and on it was a stock bone
It was-
stock.
it was
truck.
Literally a
quite a
completely
bit.
Yeah,
bone
you had
stock
a
truck.
fucking 250 shot on a stock truck.
They put 250 to the wheel, so whatever
Yeah.
the fuck that is.
There's a 300 shot.
Yeah,
on a
on
stock truck.
one, yeah. And so I grabbed a
Hell
little button. I
yeah.
grabbed a
You
little button.
sprayed it in the burnout.
Yeah, of course.
No,
And-
that's not. That's why though.
Yeah,
that's
that's,
like
that's what happened.
Yeah,
it was
well-
pretty epic.
So it bogged down. It wouldn't do a burnout with that.
It
And so
bogged down,
Yeah,
so you
it bogged
sprayed
down.
it.
So I was like, oh no, you don't. And I grabbed the button, and it was like, yeah, fuck you. I'm not doing a burnout, and it exploded.
Yeah,
And
no.
fire came out of the vents.
No,
It's
it
everywhere.
Fucking, that was one of the biggest nitrous explosions I'd ever seen. Fire came out from underneath. It came out, blew the fucking
Blew the
grill out of
radiator
truck.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
some
blew
sweet
the-
pictures of it.
Yeah,
blew the
yeah,
intake
thanks,
in a million
fucker who
pieces.
took pictures. And so, anyways, all I can think about every time I watch that video is, you ever seen how Shawn walks?
Yeah.
He walks like Bigfoot.
Yeah. Hey, in
Like-
that video
Yeah,
I did.
if you put
can
a
see it.
fucking
Hey, I tried to
Bigfoot
walk away,
costume,
too.
yeah, he's like, ugh. Like his arms swing longer than
arms
his
swing.
legs.
They
yeah, he looks
swing
just
like
like,
a
the old
motherfucker. He looks
Bigfoot
just like
video
Bigfoot,
where
yeah.
he's running through the woods.
I believe Bigfoot is blurry.
I believe Bigfoot is blurry. That is the problem.
Yeah.
That
is
is
the problem.
even more frightening is that there's a big out of focus monster running around.
If we put a Bigfoot costume on Shawn, it would be.
Animal Planet, we have
Hey,
found Bigfoot.
I tried to roll out of there.
Yeah.
I mean, I was,
It goes.
It
It goes.
scared the shit out of
Yeah,
me.
it was like kaboom, and it blew up, and Shawn just goes, damn, and his Bigfoot walked off.
Hey, that's a good way to make some money, guys.
How?
We
found
stage
Bigfoot.
we stage a Bigfoot video.
I can do it.
Get him to fucking walk like he's Bigfoot, and we're like,
It'll get
you know,
views for sure.
we're like driving down the road and Bigfoot walks
And
us,
we
and we
just make
catch
it
him
big and blurry.
running into the
We
fucking
beat
woods,
the fuck out of him.
and we
We
beat the
tackle
fuck
him, beat the
out
fuck out of him.
and then
Like
we,
throw a net on him.
Wait a minute.
Like we drive by in the truck. Hey,
I
we
want
drive
to
by.
make money. Chris wants to beat the fuck out of
No,
him.
we gotta have proof.
And then we really
drive-
butt rape him.
We drive.
Then we throw him in
drive
the
by with the
ditch.
net.
And then we ass fuck that
And then I
Sasquatch.
stick my hand in his mouth.
Take it. No, we get like a.
Then we were the first ones in the video. Somebody ass fucking and fist mouthing a fucking Sasquatch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that
Chris
fist fucking
takes it.
stuff.
So
but yeah.
kamikaze moments.
Yeah.
Go there.
We take a big ass net, and it's like Shawn's doing the
A
Bigfoot
net.
walk. And
You're
there's
gonna tell like
fucking
he's a
net.
butterfly.
Yeah, a net.
Like
And then he falls down, and then I'll jump out of the truck and tackle the fuck out of him.
net.
Yeah,
Okay?
it's
That
a
ain't gonna
big ass
happen.
a
net.
big net.
Big net.
Talking like a
Drag
soccer net, like a goalie
Yeah, like
net.
a
or
big
what?
Goal.
fucking
Like,
net.
get him with a goal.
And you throw it on
Get
him
him with a soccer
and then
goal.
he'll fall down, and I'll jump on his ass, and it's over.
All right, and then we post it on the internet and we say
Found Bigfoot.
kamikaze caught Bigfoot,
Yeah,
and
then they
then
go, well, what did y'all
I'd be
do
world
with him?
famous. That would,
butt raped.
that's
him.
the game changer.
Butt raped him and let him go.
Let him go.
We
Ew.
butt raped him. We mushroom stamped him. We released him back into the wild.
I don't like where this. I don't like where this conversation is going at all.
He'll know us if
Yeah.
he sees us again.
Goddamn right he will. Ah, you want proof? Bring him in here. So look at his.
When he sees me, he'll know.
He's scared.
All right, so no more kamikaze moments. That
No,
doesn't.
that
That
was
doesn't
fucking
work
weird.
out. That gets
Weird.
weird.
Really weird.
How is it weird? Y'all want? Oh, man.
Oh, is there chicken
Oh
nuggets?
my god.
I want a chicken nugget.
Yeah, I'll
I
take
just
it.
got.
You're gonna
Oh,
toss
I
out
just
chicken
want. I
nuggets?
just want one.
That's
I
the
want-
best thing ever.
I just got a.
Phantom, our
Rockstar
producer.
Expression.
We're gonna call
Thank
him our
you,
producer.
Phantom.
Yeah.
Phantom is our producer.
He's
He's
our
our
producer.
fucking podcast producer. So
Yeah.
Phantom, our producer, just brought
Thank
and
you,
gave
buddy.
everybody a chicken nugget. So
It's pretty damn good chicken nugget.
Oh man, mine was way better than yours.
Hey,
Look at that little piece of shit.
Hey,
I
it's
mean,
still
mine
pretty
was like
good.
a-
Tell
Mine
him to
was
go fuck
almost
himself.
a
Tell him to go fuck himself.
breast.
Tell him.
this is
fuck
there's
off.
no reason for that.
He's a dick.
Sean doesn't be a dick for no
Mine
reason.
was almost a full breast.
Sean,
Everybody in
he
here-
cocksucker.
Shut up, I'm about to choke on my chicken nugget.
Everybody in here is
Fuckers.
trying to enjoy their one little piece of chicken nugget that our producer gave them. And Sean looked over at Kentucky and goes, "Oh man, mine was way better than
Look
yours."
at that little fucking
Sean has
pathetic
to-
piece
Sean-
he's
Still
got.
good.
Sean has to have a guy walk around behind him and not make him not be an asshole to everybody.
Usually that guy's mean.
Yeah, he's
now
like-
he's being an
Sean-
asshole
It's
to
like
me.
it's like
Sean
the
needs a
little,
life
little,
coach.
the little angel guy on your shoulder. Sean needs a full size one that can beat his ass.
I don't have the
No.
angel one.
No.
I got the other dude.
Sean
He's
needs-
got an asshole. You got
Sean
like
needs Joe Pesci on his shoulder with a fucking pillowcase to put it over his head
Yeah.
and fucking shoving him and
Yeah.
throwing him down.
Hey,
stab him with a
hey,
pin.
if I lived back then in them days, that's the way I'd be.
Duct tape him up.
I'd be in a hole somewhere.
yeah. Joe Pesci to fuck you up.
I'd either be real good with a gun or I'd be dead.
Yeah, Joe Pesci to hit you
Or
with a pen so many
you-
times. Like,
Make a living
What happened
in
to
a
the fucking tough guy tomorrow?
Bigfoot costume, making videos.
I feel like,
Blurry
I feel like
videos.
that's a world famous. That would
I
be
think that's a good
world-
idea. We
yeah.
could do that. I
Yeah.
think we could get Phantom. Okay, he wasn't in here.
Hey, hold
let's
on.
ask him.
Hold on. God damn
Son
it.
of a bitch.
Let's ask him. How many hits and views do you think we could get if we decided to stage our own Bigfoot video and we got Sean in a Bigfoot costume just walking
I'm good
normal,
at it, though.
And me
just
with a
walking
net.
normal off into the woods,
And-
and Kamikaze trying to grab him with a
I want a
net.
suit though. I want like a combat suit, and I want a net. And I want gear. I want some tools.
A net?
Priceless, right? 10 million views. He said 10 million views. We can make a lot of money off of this.
Yeah.
And it'll take a week for them to figure out it's not real.
And then Sean gets hurt, and
To
nothing
the
happens to me.
11 listeners
Yeah.
know and tell everybody.
Can you
Well,
imagine?
yeah.
Can you imagine
There's
me
only
like
like
rolling-
11 people that are listening
They're
to
not
this.
going to tell anybody.
Hey,
Can
and
you see
after we
Sean
talk
just
about this
Bigfoot
next
walking?
subject, we're not going to even have them, so we're not going to have to worry about it.
Hey, hold on. Ready? Hold on. Don't talk. Hold on.
How's the sound of him drinking an energy drink?
It's so good.
We're not going to say which one because we don't know which one's going to try and give you money. So you don't want to say that one.
I've talked to these guys
might
quite a few
piss off
times.
The rest
and,
of them.
I've talked to them quite a few
They tell
times.
you
And they
piss
say,
off.
fuck no.
No.
I got an idea. Let's make our own fucking energy drink.
Hey,
I'm
let's
like,
do it.
We call it Bigfoot butt sex energy. You'll have energy like if you were Bigfoot.
I'm on board with
getting
anything
raped.
but eating noises, and y'all talking about some anal
It's called
stuff.
ass rape.
Uh-uh.
Every once in a while, it makes you feel like this.
No, we could call it raped date.
Date rape.
Raped date.
Raped ape. Sorry, raped
Raped
ape.
ape.
Y'all are about to get some like female, like some women's
No
groups.
women listen to this. Who the fuck would listen to this? It's a woman.
There's some chicks that listen
Actually,
to
I
stuff.
think I know of one. I know of one woman that listens to this.
Who?
Besides
We don't say it.
No, I'm not
Oh.
gonna say it.
your wife and Sean's wife, probably the
My
only two
wife
women.
don't listen to this shit.
Oh, okay, well, Sean's wife does.
I ain't fucking.
Really?
I ain't
Aaron
married.
listens to this?
She does.
Oh,
She
well,
can
then
hear
I
it.
don't know.
She's 2
Come home
feet
like
from.
on Thursdays,
then-
and she'll be
Then
listening.
the
to
only
it.
woman I know of would be my wife.
Yeah, there you
I ain't
go.
married.
Yeah.
Me getting married is a bad idea.
You having kids, on the other hand, is a great idea. But getting married is a bad idea.
Yeah. For lots of
I
reasons.
can't wait till you have kids.
God,
I don't know if
damn,
it's gonna
dude.
happen, man.
Those,
I don't know.
those-
Just don't know if I can pull it off with this equipment.
Just not sure. Oh, I can.
Oh, I can pull it off.
I can pull it off. I just,
Man, Can you
I just don't know.
imagine? Can you imagine the life lessons
Little
those
kamikaze.
kids would be
Oh, God.
instilled?
you imagine the
Little
talks, me
kamikaze
trying to have like a
running
heart
Can you
to heart with
imagine
a kid.
Yeah, a heart to heart where you're beating the fuck out of him.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
beat my kids. Fucking weirdo.
You wouldn't beat your kids.
No, I wouldn't beat my kids. I'll beat someone
You
else's
beat
kids.
other people's kids, but you
yeah,
won't beat
I ain't
your
beat
own.
my own damn kids.
Yeah,
I like my
right.
kids.
Yeah, right.
I like my kids. How do
He'll
you
be,
know?
he'll be teaching his
I've
kid how to
seen-
shoot mice
I
with
wouldn't beat your
fucking
kids.
45s.
What?
I wouldn't beat your kids.
Because they whip your ass.
Yeah, some bitches are mean. Little violent, fucking little
They're for real.
WrestleManias.
Yeah, they are.
They fucking stomp people.
And
Yeah.
they're right at
Even
nut
Les's
height
kid.
right now too.
Yeah.
So
Yesterday, Les's kid was beating my ass all day. It's crazy.
Because you're a pussy.
Whatever. You know. Call me pussy again.
Yeah, we're finding out.
Come over this desk on your big ass.
All right.
All right.
Let's
All
do it.
right.
Let's get this
Are we-
over
are we
with.
gonna do it?
Let's get this over
All right,
with.
let's talk
okay?
about it.
let's do it.
All right. This could be the last podcast ever.
It could be.
We might seal this deal right now.
Depends if you're a fucking idiot or not.
Because it's going to
though.
have one download, and it's going to be Aaron. After today,
She's gonna take it off.
one person is going to download it.
All right. So
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
here's the thing.
Yeah, you take the floor on this one. You start it.
I got this.
Yeah,
okay.
no, he
I got
knows
this.
what he wants to say.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I've been street racing for Jesus Christ,
Really?
20 years.
Yeah, it's been 20 years.
I've been street racing for 20 fucking years. Okay. Every weekend in every fucking part of the world, street racing goes down.
Happens.
It happens.
Streets happen.
Streets happen. That's a new shirt. Streets happen.
Streets.
So
And it
every,
didn't
That's
start when you got into it.
That's
right.
why I
See,
can't
the
make
thing
no money.
It
is,
started
no, the
way
thing
before
is-
that.
It happened. The
Exactly.
second car came out of Ford.
Yeah, the thing is
They said,
that
this one's faster than that.
they've been
Motherfucker, no, it ain't.
people have been racing.
You want to bet?
Motherfucker, no.
You wanna
Oh,
fuck-
motherfucker, you want to bet your
You wanna
$2
bet?
paycheck?
Yeah, and yeah, that's exactly what
That's
happened.
hey, that's how it
And
began.
then
And
some
then this
poor
guy
son
got
of a-
out and said, "Look, I drove them both, man. I'm pretty sure this one's faster." And that dude
And
said,
some-
Yeah, my
"Man,
dick is
some
bigger than yours.
poor, some
cold
poor
that
son of a
day.
bitch.
It was cold that night.
Yeah, some poor son of a bitch lost his 50-cent paycheck at
Yep.
Ford. I'm betting on the second one. Okay, that's the way it goes down.
Then next week,
This
you
is
know.
the way it happens, and I have seen every form of person street race. I mean, and I could take you around with a fucking video camera, and all I would do is I would go to intersections where two lanes become one, and I would show you that nuns, fucking presidents
cops,
of companies, cops, lawyers,
firefighters.
dirtbags, crackheads, everybody in the whole world will race you to that one lane. All you have to do,
Moms
all
and
you have to do
minivans.
Is just hang there with them for a
all you
minute.
have to do is sit there next to them
Just
at the red
fuck with
light.
them.
No, just go 1 inch at a time
Yep.
at the red light. Then they're going to go an inch. Then
Oh,
you're going to go an
this
inch. Then they're going to
motherfucker's
go
trying
an
to
inch.
get the drop on me.
Hey, they're bumping in.
And then that is the effective bumping in, right? And then you look over at them and you look at them like,
Yeah.
what is your fucking problem, buddy? And then they go, oh yeah, no, this ain't happening, right?
I
Then they
do.
grab
I'm
I
like,
always
oh, no.
win. I
Then
always
they-
oh,
win.
no.
Then they grab
Yeah.
that column shifter and that fucking arrow star and they put that motherfucker in low. Okay,
I put
that's
my
what they
shit in
do.
tow haul, get my shit. I'm like,
Start
I'm
boosting
fucking,
it
I'm
up.
brake boosting my diesel. Like, motherfucker, come on! I want 60 foot in this 8,000-pound bitch.
And you got your coffee there, so you're like trying to get it a little emptier so it don't go everywhere when your Aerostar hits fucking 0.3 G's when you leave the starting line at this fucking red light. But you do that
I'll scare him off, fucking swerve at him.
because it's the way we're wired. You can't put that in somebody, you can't take it out of them. It's just that's the way we're wired.
We're fucking we're sick
you're
people.
if you're looking ahead at the road ahead and there's only room for one, That's
I'm
going to
that
be
one.
you, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's gonna be me.
You know, it's going to be you.
Yeah,
right.
I'm going to win.
That's exactly. That's been going on forever. So the difference is
Fuck
that
you.
some people take that a little more serious than others. So some people have taken their Aerostar and they traded it in for a Camaro because they got beat in their Aerostar and they're not going to get beat again. And then that Camaro, he did a bunch of shit to it. Next thing you know, he's driving around the city in a fucking 9-second car and no one's going to beat him anywhere except
And
for the
he's
gas
actually,
station.
At that point, he's actually looking
Yeah.
for people.
And then he gets to the point where he's like, he wants to show everybody else just how quick he is at getting to that one lane.
Yeah, because when you win, it's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Show
And then
that
you
fucking
slow
idiot.
down, and then you
Like, who
slow
that-
down,
who
you
that
go
guy-
back to
yeah.
doing
Yeah.
the speed limit, and you're like, yeah.
And you're smiling, looking in your
Who
rearview
that
mirror
guy
at him
think
like,
he's
yeah,
fucking with? 'Cause,
you're
like,
second, bitch.
I'll be in a minivan, and
You're
I'm like, ha, motherfucker.
Yep.
Take that shit back home. And I find the
Exactly.
next minivan, it's like, yeah,
And
I'm going
then-
to show this asshole too.
And that's who we are. That's what people.
Because we're simple.
Because we're human.
We're dumb.
We have DNA that says if there's only room for one, it's going to be me. The period. Okay, that's the way it goes. Now,
Something.
the difference is that people have taken it too far, and they got really fast cars now, and they meet up at a certain place, and everybody there knows that they're the fastest, except for this other guy he's kind of the fastest too.
Yeah.
And then he's not faster than me. Well, yeah, he is. Bobo said that he beat him by 2 cars. You only beat Bobo by 1 car,
Said,
which
fuck Bobo.
i.e.
How about that? Where's Bobo's shit?
Tell Bobo
Fuck
to
you
get
and
his
fuck
shit up
Bobo
here
and
to the
fuck
line.
him. How about that?
And then before you know it, the other dude shows up on a trailer, and you're unloading your shit at Sonic, and you're finna get down. That's the way it went for me, all the way up till now, where
Chief calls said, hey, can you be here? This guy, the black Camaro, wants to race you. I try to load my car. I don't even ask who it is.
well, yeah.
And then the cops show up.
And
Then I got to load my car in front of the cops.
sometimes the cops show up.
Yep.
And those nights make the nights where you got to race all night worth it, right? So, like, if you got to race every weekend with no consequences, eventually it wouldn't be that cool anymore. It's the nights that go all night and you get it off and it's badass. Those are the nights that you actually understand why you have nights where you don't get one race off, or you run around all night and the cops are everywhere, or business owners kick you out, or some idiots doing donuts in the parking lot when you're trying to hang out and be cool, and then you get kicked out of there. And that happens all night sometimes. You drive around all night, you never get shit done. And then the nights that you do get shit done makes it all worth it, okay?
They can't all be winners.
Right.
Yep.
And the problem
If
is...
they were, it wouldn't be that cool whenever it does happen.
Exactly.
If everybody wins, who gives a fuck?
The problem, yeah, what's the fucking lottery worth if everybody wins?
It's
You know
like
what
a
I mean?
chick. If she's banged 400 dudes, who cares? You don't want to bang her.
Well, I mean, you
'Cause-
don't want to tell anybody about it.
Yeah.
You probably, I mean...
We're probably protection.
Yeah.
And make sure she was,
Get off
last
subject
couple of
here.
days, she wasn't banging no one before you got there.
Last couple days.
Because germs and all.
Okay. I think
Oh,
we're
shit.
getting a little off
Sorry,
topic.
I'm
here.
just
The
saying.
point here is to
ADD,
say
I
that-
told you, that's what happened.
The point here is to say that street racing goes on everywhere. Hundreds and thousands of people do this.
Go fuck yourself.
Is that the trash guy?
That's the trash
Let
guy.
him in. Okay, so people do this everywhere. There are hundreds of thousands of people do it. They do it every weekend. They do it in your city. They do it in my city. They do it everywhere. It happens. There's nothing anyone can do about this. It just happens.
And it will never
Society has gone as far as, having special police units just for street racing. We have special laws against street racing. We have crush your car laws where they're going to crush your car. Okay, you would think that the only thing this street racer gives a shit about in the whole world is that fucking race car. You're wrong. He gives a fuck about the race.
It's
not
pride.
the car. It's the race.
It's ego,
so
pride.
You tell him you're going to crush his car if he races. He doesn't give a fuck.
He's going to try not to get caught.
And that's why those laws don't work. Okay, it's the race that he cares about. It's that there's only room for one, and that's going to be me thing. So that and they don't want to have to deal with 100 people out there trying to big dig them because they're millionaires at the track, or there's rules that say you have to have a fucking certain amount of fucking length of fuel line and all this. Bobo built his fucking truck behind his house, and goddamn it, he's gonna fucking race it, and he's not worried about what the fuck you care about. He's racing.
Yeah.
Bobo's
He
gonna
doesn't
race.
care if you think it's fucking safe or not.
That's,
Cool.
that's,
He don't
that's
think
where
it-
I'm
he
at.
don't
He
care.
thinks it's safe.
He don't care
Yeah.
if you think it's safe. He don't care if you think it's cool. He don't care if you think he should be wearing a helmet. He don't care if you think it should have seats.
Yeah.
Bobo don't give a fuck. Bobo's gonna go race his truck.
And if
Regardless.
Bobo, and check this out. I've tried to think a lot about why we do this and how it all started and what the fuck happened. And it's like, if me or you back, we didn't have shit. Well, I still ain't got shit. But if we didn't have shit, and we're trying to go race, right? And we're sitting there and say we got my Malibu, one of my Camaros, or some busted shit I had back then. By the time I get the fucking car ready to make it where I can go race at a track, I can't build a motor. I can't buy fucking wheels. I can't buy fucking tires. I gotta have a trailer. I gotta have all this bullshit. I can't go do a damn thing with all this stuff
Even-
I sink every dime into.
I believe that even if we had all the money in the world it wouldn't matter. Even if we had if we lived at the racetrack,
Yeah.
we're still gonna drive to somewhere else to find a street because there's something about it has nothing to do with running from the cops. It has nothing to do with
Hell
it being
no.
illegal. It has nothing to
No.
do with
I
that.
don't like any of
'cause
that shit.
I don't like going to
I don't like
jail.
fucking
I don't
running
want
from
to
the
go
cops.
to jail.
Yeah,
I
like-
don't want to
like-
get in trouble.
And it's not. It's some. Some fuck
All
in
it
a car.
is that I can do it right now when I want at the so I don't like it when it's fucking I don't like going to the track because I mean I like
They tell you what to
don't get me
do.
wrong, I like going to the track. It's a lot of fun and I
Yeah.
do it a lot.
Of
But
course.
every time I do it, I remember why I street race.
Yeah.
Every fucking time because it's hot as fuck and you're loading
Yep.
everything up, okay? And it's just
It's
180,000
hot
degrees.
all fucking day.
No one wants to help you. Everybody's at work. You're trying to load all this shit up to go to the racetrack, right? Because when you get there, if something doesn't work out, you don't want to just go straight home because you did all this shit to go to the track. So you want to make sure you have time. So you bring extra parts and you bring extra tools and you bring all this shit with you and you got all you're gonna go do this, right? You got to find all your fucking
Some pricks making money off of you.
crazy shit, and then they're charging people to come watch you race at the track. So then you have to pay to get in.
Yeah.
Then you got to let some fucking asshole look over your car and tell you that you suck because your fucking fuel regulator is mounted to the firewall and it's supposed to be 6 inches off the firewall.
That's where I'm at. So,
Okay.
Except for oiling the fucking
And-
track down. If I want to burn to death in my car, fuck you.
And so
I'm a grown fucking man. If I want to drive that bitch off a cliff at 70, like El Camino's top speed of like 76 miles an hour, who the
88
fuck?
mile per
Yeah,
hour.
88. Who the fuck are you on this planet to tell me I can't fucking do it?
well, so while this guy's looking over your car, right, he gets to tell you where you fucked up according to them.
Yeah.
Even though this may be the way you've built cars your whole life,
Yeah.
this is according to them, you fucked it all up. Okay, so then
And I get safety inspections. Like, I get
then
it.
you go to the starting line, right, and you have to do it their way. Like you can't do your own procedure because I've seen guys that I respect and that I care about make fun of new guys at the racetrack for doing things the wrong way and being an asshole to them on the starting line. I'm like, that's great. That guy in that fucking Fiero is never coming back here. And they're like, good, we don't care. They only want the fast cars. Well, guess what? Those fast cars are getting old. Those guys are getting old. They're not going to want to do this anymore. And if you piss off all the kids in the Fieros, then you're not going to have anybody here.
That's
You're
like
gonna-
my deal with guys who put posts out about if you can't compete with us on this level, stay the fuck home and shit like that. And it's like, man, fuck you, bitch. You didn't always have all this money in this fast car. You're a fag.
So-
Shut the fuck up.
So, like, you have to go through all of that to go do this just to make a pass in your car. Whereas I can wait, so I don't have to tell my family that I'm leaving. I don't have to take off work. I don't have to organize things. All I do is I go home after work. I eat dinner. I hang out with my kids till they go to sleep. We all have a good night. Everybody's good. The whole family goes to bed, and then I text my buddies, and I slip out the back door. I go grab either the car or the truck that I'm taking that night, or the truck and trailer, depending on how fast we're going to go. And we either go roll around looking for races, or we go to the spot where the shit's going down that we already know about. Or if we're just going testing, I text you guys and I say, hey, I'm going to go make a hit tonight. We're going to leave the shop. We'll be at the shop about 11 or 12. Then everybody meets up at the shop. It's a easy deal. You fucking grab the shit and you go, right? And
it's cool out.
And it's fucking it's not 150 degrees out because it's 1 a.m. by the time you leave the shop, and
There's not a bunch of fucks telling you what to do.
and you get there and you can try things and do things your way and you test, and then if it doesn't work out, you're only a mile from your house. Like you don't have to do all this again. You don't have to wait till next week
Or spend
the
$3 grand
because the track's
doing all
only
the
open
stuff.
on Friday night or Saturday night. You don't have to wait till next week. If you fuck up, you don't go, God, well that sucks. Now I got to wait till next week to go try it again. Fuck all that.
Mm-hmm.
We can go back to our house and fix it and go right back out there and do it
Right
again.
back out.
Yeah.
It's a different thing. And then the money that gets involved with the betting and the gambling and all that, that's the part of it that people don't understand too, is that they say, Chief, you've got a decent car now, you've got some horsepower, you got a truck, you got a trailer. Why don't you just track race? Why do you still find the need, even when a TV show is going to let you street race with them? Why do you still find the need to want to go out and test and do stupid shit that you could get in trouble for? And it's like, look, man, the only place in the whole fucking world with the equipment and the money that I have and I'm willing to spend on this hobby that I can race heads up against anybody else in the whole fucking country is on the street. You put us with the car I had, the car I have, with the El Camino. I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't care if it's got a 496 with a 10.5-inch tire, or if it's got a 780-inch motor with a fucking 33-inch tire. If you put them two in the street, we can gamble.
Oh, yeah.
Heads up.
Yep.
I don't care if he brought a stacker and a fucking Corvette, and you brought a fucking open trailer and an S10. I don't care. Like, we can gamble right now.
Oh yeah,
because shit's gonna.
Yeah.
You both
You're
got
on
to
the
get it
same
figured out.
playing field.
So it evens the playing field a little more.
just
Now,
might fuck up a pro mod.
yeah, you just might fuck up a pro mod.
Sometimes you
I've
do,
seen it happen.
I've
Yeah.
seen it.
So that's what people don't understand is that I don't do this because I like turning my car down. I don't do this because I like getting in trouble. I don't do this because it's dangerous. I don't do this because of the thrill of
For disrespect for any
I don't
kind
do
of
this 'cause
authority.
I don't
or
do
to
this because I'm a
endanger
fucking
people.
anarchist. I don't do this because I like disobeying the law. I don't do this
Yeah.
because I'm a fucking outlaw or none of that
Fucking
shit.
rebel.
Yeah, we don't do it because we think
don't
it's cool to
do
be
this.
fucking breaking rules.
No.
And if you're a fucking 5 o'clock traffic, racing down the fucking road, acting like a retard, trying to do the kind of stuff we do, then
Yeah. Like if you're born,
I remember that one.
if you're
That guy's a fucking idiot.
if you're born where in the the places and the things that we came from and we're born into in our families and where we're at, in our lifetime, we're smart enough to realize at a young age that in our lifetime there's a fucking very good 95% possibility that we're never going to have enough money to be the best at anything in the whole world, right? But the problem is it's inside of us. There's something inside of us that says I am the best in the world at something, god damn it, and I'm going to figure it out. Well, you do something like this and you can say, hey, I'm the best in the fucking world at street racing, god damn it. Come prove me wrong, because I don't give a fuck what you got or how much money you got, what your W-2 form says or whatever. I'm going to gamble with you with every amount I have in my pocket right there in the street, because there's a fucking good goddamn chance I'm going to fuck you up, okay? That's why we do it. Now, the backside of that is that the cars get faster, the more money comes in, the spots get hotter, things change, and
You get killed walking your doggy.
and there are dangers that have shown up. Now, as I was coming up in street racing, the first time I saw somebody get hurt at a street race, I thought to myself, we've gone too far. We've pushed this too far. Like, this guy got hurt at a street race. This guy crashed his car. This guy rolled his car. Like, we may have taken this too far. But then you talk to the guys who have been street racing longer than me, and they're like, yeah, I remember when Jimmy Four Fingers rolled his car out by the GM plant in '78, and he died. I remember when Bobby Numbnuts ran over that one kid and killed him at a street race, and he went to prison, And I'm like, oh shit, okay, so why I'm really worried about this guy who just crashed his car and that we may be doing something wrong, but yet the old guys are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That shit that happens.
Been going on forever.
Yep.
So then you start to see it. And then every week, and now we have social media, and we have all these things that are bringing the news to us.
The world's way smaller.
The world, everything has been brought to this media, thing in your hand. So all day long you're looking at this screen, and this screen tells you what's going on in the world. Well, 10 years ago, you didn't know that Jimmy Numbnuts was down there at the pad in New Orleans and killed a bunch of people. You didn't know that fucking Bobo's truck caught on fire and fucking
Out there,
Because it wasn't safe.
out there in Cali, yeah.
You didn't know
Not that
because
fucking rag in the wrong spot.
because you didn't know because Bobo didn't have a Facebook,
But-
and nobody cared about Bobo.
But nevertheless, it was still fucking happening.
it still happened. Bobo burned up in that truck.
Yeah, he
Jimmy
did.
and Numbnuts went into a crowd of people.
You just didn't know about it because Bobo wasn't fucking some big time.
And he didn't have a Facebook, or he didn't know him, or he wasn't.
No
he
social
wasn't
media.
Bobo had never won any races at the racetrack, so you had never heard of Bobo. We have seen this for so long that every weekend somebody crashes, every weekend somebody dies, every weekend somebody gets hurt. It happens.
It's called consequences.
It's
street
fucking
racing.
tragic. It's terrible.
We
It's
have
bad.
said
I
from
wouldn't
the
even say it's
beginning-
tragedy.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
It's not. I mean,
It's tragic, the situation that they leave behind, and it's tragic. Like when a man dies street racing, the tragedy is that he made the decision to risk everything he has and pay the highest price for little reward.
Mhm.
That's the only tragic part about it. He didn't get cancer. He didn't get a stray bullet from a drive-by. You know what I mean? Like
those are tragic.
those are
Yeah,
tragedies.
agreed.
This man made the decision to leave his house in the middle of the night and go out and do something illegal and highly dangerous.
Try to make some money.
And try and make some illegal money gambling with a bunch of guys who you wouldn't want to hang out with. You know what I mean? Like that was his decision. Now, if you or anyone blame street racing or the streets or a TV show or
the tree
or the tree
or guardrails or any of that,
cage in his car
The
or
fucking
whoever
road.
built it or whatever, if you blame anything that happened to Jimmy Numbnuts or Bobo or whoever, or the guy that it's happened to now that everybody knows and everybody's seen at the track and he's won some events and he's a really friendly guy and everybody knows the guy. Okay, just because you know him doesn't mean it's new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You may not
and
know
that
this.
it's our fault.
You may not know this, but the guy who died that you know and you've heard of and you've seen before, and everybody's posting the pictures of him in their cover stuff and telling everybody to stop street racing and street racing is evil and it's killing people. Okay, well you didn't know this, but just 2 states away in a very well-known street race spot, another man died street racing, and guess what?
Nobody.
You don't hear nothing
Nobody's
about that.
heard about. Nobody's heard about
that
Bobo.
one.
Yep.
You know why? Because nobody knows
Nobody
Bobo.
knows him.
So the people's argument are that, well, you guys are glorifying street racing. No. We have said since the beginning there are consequences to what we do. We understand that. We know that what we do is not smart.
Just
we
because
know that
we're
this,
dumbasses
just
don't mean you can be
goddamn
too.
right. Every fucking episode. Just because we're dumbass don't mean you can be too. But the difference is that this wasn't someone sitting in a restaurant catching a bullet from a drive-by. No. This was the people that are involved know the consequences.
This grown man decided
When people-
to leave his house
when
and
people
strap
do this-
himself into a 1,500 horsepower, whatever the
Death
hell
machine.
it is,
Yeah.
car on a slippery ass, shitty, unprepped fucking surface with ditches and all kinds of
trees
shit you
and
can hit
garden
all over
and
the place.
phone
Just like we all
pole.
have hundreds of fucking times. And plain and simple,
I
if
know
I,
that
if I hit a
chance.
fucking,
But
if I hit
blame
something,
that,
yeah.
if you blame the death of this man that you may know now, you may know this guy, but you didn't know all the ones that we've seen over the years. You don't have any idea how big our hearts are and how much we've cried for the people that have died doing this or got hurt doing this. Like that, it's terrible. It's terrible to think about it every time, but still yet, like it happens. And if you blame what's happened this time on street racing or a group of guys that do it or society or whatever, you blame it on that, then you are disrespecting that man's decision to risk it all. That's part of his
Yeah.
character.
That's what makes me the most upset.
because
I
he
think.
knew the consequences.
That's what I think makes
Yeah.
me most upset about the entire
Don't
thing.
disrespect that man's decision to do that. All of the deceased and that are still living that do this and that want to do this, that is something that they're making the decision to do, not based upon how much money they can get in return, not based upon feeding their families. Don't let anyone fucking lie to you and tell you they're out there street racing to feed their family. They're out there street racing to become a fucking legend. And the people that they run with and the circles that they're in, they're out there to become a legend. And with that risk, guys, there's certain guys out there, guys like us, there's a lot of people who could never reach any sort of status like that without doing something like this. You know what I mean? So if you take that away from that guy, if you disrespect his decision to leave everything behind and go strap himself in that death machine and force it down a sketchy ass road
Just who the fuck are you?
for
Like,
a
who
couple
does
$100
that?
bucks, if you disrespect him for that by saying that it's street racing's fault or street outlaws' fault or TV show or TV movies or whatever, if you do that, you're taking away any shot that man had at forever. You know what I mean? That's insane to me. And
Yeah,
people are
that's
always
I
like,
can't wrap my mind around.
people are always
I
like,
can't
"Oh, Chief,
understand.
you don't have a heart, you know. You these guys, you're making fun of this." I don't make fun of people mourning. I don't make fun of families losing loved
Someone
ones.
losing their
I'm
father.
not making fun of somebody losing their father. Like,
No.
come on, man. I have the biggest heart of anybody out there, but I will not sit back and let these motherfuckers act like that. Now it's a big deal because they've heard of the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, motherfucker, we all liked Bobo.
Yeah.
Okay, Bobo was a good fucking dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You didn't give a fuck. And when Bobo died, those same people were in groups of people that I was with, and I've seen the text messages. I've heard them say it. Well, I mean, hey, what do you expect? You're Bobo. You go out there in the middle of the fucking pad in New Orleans and you roll and you crash and you drive in a car with no cage in it. That's what happens to guys that enter that life. Okay, when Bobo robbed a liquor store and he went to jail, what did everybody say? Well, I mean,
Shouldn't have robbed a liquor store.
shouldn't have been out there robbing liquor stores, okay? But now all of a sudden, if just because you know the deceased or
Yeah.
you've
And he was
seen him
he's
around,
a good dude.
Yeah, they got to shut down what the fuck
You're gonna-
everyone else is
Most of
trying to
them
do.
are good
you're
dudes
gonna-
to
Yeah.
somebody.
you're
Yeah.
gonna jump
You know what I
on
mean?
this ship. Now, the part that kills me is that, and I was having a discussion with Shawn and a few of the other guys here about this, and Shawn said something that fucking just, I mean, right all the way through to the heart. So the thing that kills me is that all these people, and you may not know this, but the recent death that's in all the news, the recent guy who got hurt or died or crashed, he's been street racing for years, right? So this guy, this wasn't his first street race.
No.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like he decided, you know what?
I seen them guys on TV
He
doing
didn't
it.
turn off Fast and the Furious and walk outside and go, yep, let's do it. And get his shit and go, no, this guy's been doing this. He was prepared. He had a mixture that he put down. He had a group of people that went out there with him, right? So,
Yeah,
so
his
all these people that are on the internet talking about, we lost a dear friend due to this evil street racing. We lost a dear friend.
You're
And
fucking ignorant.
How can you guys keep doing this when people are dying out here? Okay. Well, then I said, man, I don't understand.
How are you driving?
Why, if you're his friend and you've lost this dear friend, and you're his buddy and you're his friend, and you can't see how, and that we don't get it because we weren't his friend, but you're his friend and you understand the mourning of the loss of your friend. Where were you when he got in the car to tell him not to?
Yeah.
Guess what?
You were telling him to do it.
Where were his fucking friends?
They were there with him.
when he decided he wanted to go to
They were
cash
fucking
days.
street racing.
When
you
he
know
decided,
you know what they were doing.
Yeah, they're
they were
fucking
checking air in his tires.
Yeah, they're
they
street
were
racing.
pouring his fucking shit
and
out.
those
They
aren't
were
the
backing
ones.
him up.
And those aren't the ones that are talking shit on the internet.
Yeah.
Nope.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. His friends were with him. His friends put him in those marks, and his friends were helping him to
Be the
become
best that he could be out there.
become the biggest, baddest motherfucker in wherever he's from. That's where his friends were. All the people that are posted on the internet that say, well, I was his friend, and okay, you knew him.
Yeah.
You knew him, but you didn't do anything to stop him from street racing. But now that there was an accident, you want me to do something to stop other people from street racing. You're not
Or
telling
you, or you want to
or-
shit on what
yeah,
we're
you
doing.
wanna
Or
shit
you want to
on-
get a hold of Congress and class
Yeah,
action
I mean-
lawsuits, and it's like, what the fuck?
You're going to go through all this. But where were you when he strapped himself in that fucking car?
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's the part that gets me so, I just can't understand these motherfuckers that we've seen it every weekend. We've seen people lose their life every weekend all over the world. Okay, we've seen the people lose their freedom, lose their life, lose their businesses, lose their race cars, lose everything for street racing, and no one has ever done much but said, well, I mean, you get in a 1,500 horsepower car with an 8-point cage,
Yeah, what'd you expect?
and you go down a 2-lane blacktop road. What did you think was going to happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah, shit can happen.
When I crashed my car, there were so many people that were like, I mean, well, yeah,
Whoa.
yeah, you
Oh,
crashed.
I mean-
You're good. Lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But hey, you do that long enough, eventually one of them's going to get you.
Like, what did I say?
You know what?
I didn't. There wasn't a big weird.
No, you said, what are we going to do?
Yeah, it wasn't a big. Yeah, it wasn't a big heart-to-heart
Yeah,
talk.
no.
It's like, hey,
Well, fuck no.
you're in a
there ain't.
3,000 horsepower car and an unprepped surface racing
And-
next to some other crazy ass on a 2,000 horsepower nitrous car.
exactly.
And the people that feel like, oh well, his this person or that person, the one that they've heard of or the one that they know, their wife and families are missing their father and blah.
They
It's
knew
a
where he
big deal.
was.
Well, you know what?
Right.
My wife knows what I do. You know what I mean? And
She
if I
married
make
you.
if I make the decision to do something without telling her, that's my decision. Do not put that off on a TV show. You know what I mean? And when I kiss my wife at night before I go out to race in a big race, or when she straps me in the car, when I crashed my fucking car and almost died,
Yeah,
she strapped me in that motherfucker. She pulled my belts tight.
I've seen her do it.
And she reached in and she told me, have fun. That's what she tells me every time. Now, she knows what can happen. And she's went through it over and over and over again, that she could end up without a husband and a father to her 2 children for the rest of her life because of what I do. But she knows that
It's who you are.
it's who I am. There's you can't take it out of me. It's not going to happen. And if you try, I'm going to become this fucking worthless, fucking
You can't do
wilted
it.
over
They
thing.
can't do it.
You know what I mean? I'll get
Yeah.
old so
Well,
fast.
yeah, what are you going to live for?
Yeah. So
I love street racing.
They can't do it.
I'm not going to stop doing it. I
And-
love track racing. Don't get me wrong. I
No,
love track racing.
I love track racing.
But I love to street race. I don't get the same thing out of being at the track that I get whenever I'm on the street, and I'm not going to stop doing it.
I just
You know,
like
it
to race.
Doesn't matter. The show can come, the show can leave. It doesn't matter to me. I'm still going to do it.
And the part that's just, that no one will ever understand unless you've been in this and you're around this and you know this life, like the deceased. If we could ask the deceased, all the many, many, many deceased that you don't know, and the one that you may know now, if we could ask all of them, hey, would you take it back? You know what they're going to tell you, right? They're going to tell you, fuck you. They're going to spit in your face because No, hell no, they wouldn't take it. But that's the decision they made on a.
But people like
that
us
was their
can't, though.
risk.
People like us can't, though. I could sit here and tell you, I didn't say it, but after your crash, oh, I'm not street racing anymore. No, I didn't say that. Even the people who did say that is full of fucking shit because they can't. We can't not do it.
That's
when
not what I'm
my
trying to say.
wife got to my car after my crash, and everybody is in tears and freaking out because they think I'm dead in there. And my wife, when she finally gets to the car, she's more worried about the barbed wire she tripped over on the way there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because
exactly.
because she's accepted this whole thing. She knows what happens. She knows that there's going to be a day where I'm going to crash really bad. But she also knows that if she works with me at home and in between on how to be the safest we can be as a team, then there's a good possibility that if I get in that situation, I might just survive through it. Okay. So we make sure that my car is as safe as we can get it. And she asks me things like, is the parachute deal pulled? You know, she makes sure that my neck brace is in the car. She makes sure that my belts are strapped tight. Like, there's things that you can do to help out. She supports me. You know what I mean? This isn't a hobby that I go do. This is my life, and she supports me in my life, so she's there to do that stuff for me. So they don't have to be there to support your life. As long as they support your life, you get to do this. If you decease, if you die, if you crash, you burn up, if anything happens to you, if you hit somebody and you kill them and you go to prison for the rest of your life, you lose your freedom here. There is no, whoa, that can happen? I didn't see that coming. Like, wait. You can die street racing? Wait.
Yeah.
You can go to jail?
There's consequences
Wait a minute.
for this?
They're going to crush your car? Like, anything in life that's worth the risk, there's consequences that can happen. When you take those risks, you have to decide if it's worth it, right? And everybody that straps himself into those cars and enters these big street races, when they pull up to the starting line, they have decided that they're good with it. They're good with all that comes with it. They're good with all that goes away with it. They're good with the price. They know the price, and they're there. Yep. You know,
it goes back to so many things.
They weren't abducted by a gang of street racers on their way home from
stuffed
church.
in the car. Someone just fired that bitch
somebody
off.
Made them race for their gang. You know,
hang on, motherfucker. See
if
ya.
that happens, I feel terrible for
Then
that
that's a
guy,
tragedy.
You know?
Yeah.
That is a fucking tragedy.
That's a real tragedy.
That's a kidnapping.
You know, yeah. That's what I'm trying. Like,
that's an abduction.
Street racing isn't killing people.
It's not raping people.
You know,
It's not anything.
No,
What
some
happened?
guy didn't walk out to get his paper and got hit with a street racing. You know what I mean?
He passed. Yeah.
No, street racing isn't killing. You know, women don't leave the grocery store and get in the car, and then all of a sudden a street racing jumps up and grabs them. And
come here, bitch.
Street racing don't come in a syringe.
Yeah, he passed in a terrible car accident.
No, and it was an accident. But he was aware of the places that put him in that situation. So, yes, accidents happen, okay? But if you're standing in a sea of rusty nails and you haven't had your tetanus shot, if you get tetanus, I don't want to hear anybody try and get rid of all the rusty nails. Like, you were the moron standing in it.
Right.
Just like I'm the guy who's going to go to the starting line. I picked the guy out of a group to race that crossed the center line into Monza's lane the last time they raced, and he was fast. I wanted to race him, even though I knew there's a good fucking possibility that if I'm out on him, he's going to cross the center line.
That's why we never said shit. None of us ever bashed the person that hit you.
No.
Like, if I'm sitting there in the fucking pass, I've thought about this a lot of times. Yeah, because my
knew.
car.
That's
my
why
car's
whenever
fucked,
I
right?
asked who wanted to race that guy, there was only a couple of us that wanted to race him.
I'm waiting for the chance I race that fucking Elko. It goes all over the goddamn place, you know? And I put that motherfucker into somebody. I'm waiting for that asshole that sunk everything they have in that car to try and get out and point fucking fingers. And I'm like, hey, dipshit, did they make you race me?
That's the thing.
Have you seen this motherfucker go straight?
If I agree to put my $100,000 chassis against
That's
your
your
$5,000 El
That's your
Camino,
ass,
knowing
dude.
that your name is Kamikaze and you drive that motherfucker and you don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
if I line up next to you, the price I know, the risk I know, and the consequences I know
Are real. It's all real.
And if it happens, I can't get out and go, well, that motherfucker hit me.
You owe me a car.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
You
then
owe me a
I don't
car.
wanna
Fuck
try and-
you.
I don't want to try and ban.
You hit my car. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck your car,
If that
dumbass.
happens, I don't want you guys to get on Facebook and try and ban rickety ass El Caminos with crazy white dudes driving them. You know what I mean? Because if you do that, then you.
The world's an unhappy place. There's no crazy dudes in El
If
Camino.
these people go out there, like guys like Flip and guys like, all these guys that go out there and guys like us and all these guys that had a regular life during the day and they go out there at night and they're striving to do something,
That's what makes
You
us who
put
we
this-
are.
You put this guy in a sketchy road in the middle of the night, and he's somebody.
He's gonna
You know what I
shine.
mean?
Yeah, that's his moment.
You know, yeah.
Yep.
Now you may know him this time, and he went to the track. He raced in some events. He did it pretty good, but he didn't really have the money to race at the top level, or he wasn't sponsored, or he wasn't whatever. Well, what you didn't know, the guy that you're talking about, the guy you're worried about, and your guy you're trying to get everybody to quit street racing for, what you didn't know is that was a bad motherfucker in the street. In the street,
And
you
then
know
he
what I
was
mean?
out there every weekend.
And he's out there every
doing it.
weekend fucking people up. And people let him drive their car because he was such a badass.
Right.
And he was the bad motherfucker.
He was
on that
alive
night.
when
he
he
was
did
alive.
that. That's
And
what
so
he did.
if you disrespect him and his decision to risk it all to become that, then that's the fucking tragedy.
Yeah.
That's the fucking tragedy.
Exactly.
Because
It ain't like anybody out street racing on the weekends don't know.
Exactly.
No.
Like that's my whole view. If I look at it, is
now the only time that I get weird is when young kids are in cars they shouldn't be with experience they don't have, and they're
not thinking of
pushed
consequences.
and they're pushed into something without thinking of the consequences. But that is becoming an adult. That is how you. So some
Yeah,
of us
how the
made
fuck
it.
do you learn?
Some of us made it. Some of us didn't. We made it by making our own mistakes. So I'm not gonna say that. You know, I would love if there's anything that I could do to keep young kids from street racing. I will do it, and I'll do it in a heartbeat. But I can promise you, I will be better off helping if I show them the safer way to do it, rather than say, "Listen, don't have sex before you're 21." I know she's bad, and I know she wants it, but don't do it, buddy. I'm telling you, it's not worth it.
She's
It's gonna
dirty.
happen.
Okay, what do you think's going to
She's
happen?
dirty. You don't know
I'm
about
gonna
her.
do it.
He's going to do it. You know what I mean? But
I'm gonna
now
do
if I
it.
say, okay, buddy,
Twice.
here's the thing. Girls like that, this is what we got to do.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Then there's a good fucking possibility that I can help there. You know what I mean? Same thing with street racing. We try to tell people we don't race on the fucking highway. We don't fucking race
5
in
o'clock
public.
traffic.
We don't race in the middle of the daytime. You know, we try and find the most outstretched place. We try and find the places we can do it the safest, and we try and find the places that we can get it done safely without hurting people. And we've got a good goddamn record
The
of
races
it.
we put on, we literally, me and
people-
you, found places we could block off stuff. We could do this.
And-
No
oh,
one
yeah.
passed us. We
And-
made rules so
and
no
the-
one would get fucking killed.
The cool thing is that all these communities and all these cities are putting on legal street races now. They're putting up K-rail next to the road. They got ambulances. They got people there. They're putting on legal street. You can now experience this without going out in the middle of the night and meeting up with guys named Bobo. You know what I mean? Like you can go out to El Reno in the middle of the day. There's all kinds of little cities everywhere that have these street races every year
Where
that
it's
allow
hot.
people to come in, you know, and do this. And that is the great thing about what we're doing is we're raising awareness for what we think is cool, and more people are getting on board and they're letting other people do it. So
Maybe they'll see how to do it safer like we do.
and that's the thing. If they can see how we do it and they can see that we try and do it as safe as possible, then that's the difference we can make.
Because you can't
But
take it from me. Like, you're not going to.
You're not
Pass
going
all
to
the fucking
stop.
laws you want.
You're not going to stop this.
No one's going to tell me
You're not.
if I'm endangering someone else's life. If I'm in 5 o'clock traffic and the cops bust me and beat the shit out of me and take me to jail and take my license and stuff like that, that's a consequence. Because I'm endangering
It's
fucking...
not a tragedy.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm
consequence.
endangering fucking people acting like an asshole. If I'm on a road in the middle of nowhere where no one can pull out in front of me and all my buddies are standing behind me and I blast off next to you and we hit each other and go flipping through the fucking air and I lose an arm and all kinds of goddamn shit, you know what? That's my fault. Who the fuck are you on this planet to pass a law or say anything saying I can't go out and do what the fuck I want to do?
Now, there are laws in place that say you can't do that.
Yeah.
You have made the decision.
I've paid the price for that.
It's not that this is.
I've
it's
paid
not
the
that
price for that hundreds
people
of
act
times.
like, oh, because of this movie or whatever that all of a sudden street racing is allowed. No.
No.
It's not.
No.
It is against our society has made this against the law. We have all kinds of special teams to beat street racers and crush their cars. All these things are in place. Like
Just like drugs.
it's not.
Exactly.
Just same
You know,
thing.
it's not allowed.
Right.
And that guy made the decision to go do it.
But it's
whoever
going
it
to
is.
happen
But
regardless.
it's going to happen.
Just like
And-
drugs.
and
Cartels are going to get drugs
You're
into
not
the
gonna
United States.
Stop street racing. You're not going to stop street racing just because you know the guy that it happened to this time.
Yeah. Only
You know
thing
what I
that really pisses me off is those fucking idiots saying, you know, and they act like they're educated on this. You
Yes.
know, they know they've seen the
Yeah.
statistics.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Here it
More
comes.
and
Say it,
more
Chris.
people are dying every week because of street outlaws, because we're
That's what they say.
glorifying
Yeah.
because we are glorifying street racing. And that's fucking total horseshit. There's I mean, show me the statistics on it.
Show me the bodies.
There it is.
Where's the people?
That's it.
Show me the body.
I've
There's,
been doing this
There's
shit
no
20
more
years.
people dying now than what there was 20 years ago.
no, the only
bet
difference
there's
is
less.
that that screen in your hand when you're driving to work and
allows
you're
you to see it.
and you're looking at that screen in your hand. You're driving down the highway around hundreds of people in their cars. That screen allows you to see Bobo. That's the only difference.
Cigarettes don't kill people. Booze don't kill people. Streets don't fucking kill people.
But if a guy dies from cigarettes, is
Like,
it a tragedy?
Guns
No,
don't
they
kill
say,
people.
well, he smoked his whole life. What, you didn't think he was going to get lung cancer?
Yeah,
Jesus
guns,
Christ.
yeah.
You know?
Guns don't kill people. Cancer kills people.
No, food don't cause heart attacks. Guns don't kill.
Starvation
Well, the
kills
guy
people.
had no
The
liver. Well, he fucking drank every night.
Yeah.
And,
you know?
and that was his thing.
Yeah.
And you're not going
Yeah,
you're not
exactly.
going to get rid of Jack
He
Daniels.
fucking knew. He
No,
knew
he
his
did.
liver was going out.
And he liked
They
it.
told him, "Hey, man, your liver is pissed. Like your liver's,
Look, your eyes are yellow,
yeah,
bro.
your liver's,
You know?
your liver's like hanging up, bro. It's like take it easy, man."
And the dude fucking kept
He
on
said,
drinking.
"Fuck you, liver," and then
No,
liver
he
said,
did.
"Okay."
But he
He did.
made that decision.
Exactly.
It wasn't someone putting it in his cereal every morning.
No.
No. This guy woke
Yeah.
up and said, "You know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to get fucked
All
up.
day long,
All
I'm gonna
day
drink.
long,
Yeah.
I'm going to drink.
And then I'm going to drink some more.
And then if I can help you find your wallet, we're going to drink with your money." You know what I mean? Like that's
Yep.
the decision you made. You can't.
that's not a
You
tragedy.
can't fucking
No.
disrespect
In my
that,
eyes.
man.
I've been
And-
on my motorcycle by myself at 3 a.m, all over this fucking town, going 200 miles an hour with nobody around me, knowing good and damn well that if something happens, it's who I am. It's what I
Right.
do. And
if you die on a motorcycle or if you die in that El Camino, I can promise you the people that know you and the people that are your friends are going to go. They're just going to have to, I mean, it's going to suck because you're
Yeah.
not going to be with me no more. But I'm going to have to kind of, hey, that's
Yep.
Kamikaze, man.
it's what I do.
You know?
It's
The name
It's-
Kamikaze, look it the fuck up. That's
Yep.
you pay the ultimate price to get what the fuck you want and you'll burn everybody down in the process. That's who you are,
that's
man.
what. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like I don't understand
If I
how.
try and say we're going to get rid of motorcycles, we're
Yeah.
going to make everybody wear helmets, we're
Yeah.
going to make you do all that. All you're doing is you're trying to disrespect the man's decision to get out there and do 200 miles
You're
an hour.
taking
on
away his
motorcycle.
decisions as a human, as a person. Like
Exactly.
it's control and it's fucking like I saw that post in one of our groups where that guy had talked about we need to get a hold of politicians and
Yeah.
talk about a lawsuit. And I'm like,
A lawsuit on what?
yeah, what the fuck are you gonna sue? And who the fuck are you to say? Like I don't. There's laws about everything.
There is.
And if there's something
Everything
that's
is an accident now, right? I mean, there's no accidents anymore.
you can't prevent
anything that
accidents. That's the thing.
Anything that happens,
You
is-
assholes can't stop
They're
accidents.
going to sue you for every accident. Well, I understand accidents happen, but if you're doing everything in the whole world to make the accident happen and hoping that you come out unscathed, because that's what we do. We basically put ourselves in the worst possible situations ever, and we hope that we come out on the other end okay.
Yep, it's
and,
true.
and all the times that we come out on the other end okay, we're like, whoo, goddamn,
Yeah, buddy.
goddamn.
Y'all see that?
But,
Yeah.
shit,
I
hey,
saw
but not
both
only are
doors.
we relieved about it, that's what gets me excited.
That's why we do
I
shit like
have
that.
to do that
So-
to get
so-
the excitement.
One day, if you don't come out on the other side of that accident, if you don't come through, if you push that car one too many times or whatever you do, and you don't come through, well, hey, he was a bad motherfucker.
Yes, I mean, I
You know what I
don't
mean?
there's not even a word for it. It's just kind of
You
like,
know,
I mean, damn. Hey,
People think that they're supporting this guy or these people that have died street race. They think they're supporting these people and these families by
undermining
saying,
him as a fucking
by
man.
saying, stop street racing. You're killing good people. Look what you're doing to the people. And it's like,
We
it's
ain't
like you
doing
think you're
shit.
supporting them. If you wanted to support this person, you post a picture up of this guy with the last time he won
Yeah.
and his money in his hand or his children in his
For
hand.
sure.
And you say, this here was a bad motherfucker. And hey, he didn't make it out of this one. But I mean, I've heard tell that he's put that car down through there 100 different times, and everybody said, I don't know how he does it. He didn't make it out of one of them. Don't fucking think you're going to support the guy by starting
Don't even try
GoFundMe
to
accounts.
to take that from
You
somebody.
can't. Why would you do that?
It's,
Like,
not,
and-
it's no
and-
different than and a lot of things are the same way, and it's a chance we take.
It's like the
at the-
military guys, the big fucking hero guys that are out there shooting at other countries for us, and they're trying to keep us speaking English and all this other stuff. And when they die, and people say, "Stop war, stop the military," and you're killing all our young people. Okay, well, this bad motherfucker enlisted his life to this country. You're not going to support him by taking away the decision.
He's
he made.
walking tall
You're
with his boys
making-
like, fuck y'all,
You're
get
making
some.
him sound. You're making him sound stupid for entering that world.
Yeah.
When in reality, he walked into that on purpose. He walked into that with his head held high and
'Cause he
his
believed
machine
in
gun
something.
and safety off. That's what you know what I mean? So believe in who these people were and support them that way. But God, don't don't make it out to be anybody's fault that there's somebody that died that now all of a sudden. That's the only thing that's changed. That's what's killing me too. Is the only thing that's changed is the one.
Yeah, all these guys have done this for this long, and then one of their dear friends they cared about a lot that they knew had an accident, and he paid the consequence for what he was doing.
Yep.
And now they want to throw a fit. It's just like, unless I'm endangering somebody else, if I'm going 200 miles an hour, regardless of what your laws are, that's what makes me happy. Regardless of your laws or what's happening, unless I'm putting someone else's life on the line doing what I do, you're not going to stop it. And apparently I care about it enough to risk my fucking life and freedom for it.
Yes.
So
you
leave me
care
the
about
fuck
it enough that you're going to enter into a world of people that all care the same.
Yeah.
And we all are aware of the price.
Yeah.
And when we line up and we put our money in the pot, that when you put your money in that pot, none of us there are counting the money. What we're doing is we're signing. We're
That's
signing
just a
that
bonus.
contract.
That's just a bonus.
That contract says
We're
this
just
is your life.
risking
Can
more.
you make it out of this with your life and some money? That's what you're doing here. So we all signed that contract. You know what I mean? And at the end of the business deal, sometimes they collect on that contract. You know what I mean? And that's unfortunate for the people that he's left behind. But this was no unforeseen thing.
Plain and simple, street racing did not.
No, street racing is not going around killing people.
No.
You know what I mean? Street racing is not a gang of people.
Anybody
out killing
trying to
people.
debate that argument is an illogical thinking person, and I can't I can't get on their level.
Yeah.
I can't go there with you.
So I've what sucks though is that I have people in this automotive thing that I've met from the show and I respect and I think that they're like me because we hang around and we talk about the same things and we like the same things and we're kind of into the same stuff and I think they're like me, and then something like this happens and I go, what? Do you believe that? You know what I mean? What the
You don't make
fuck?
any sense.
That
It doesn't make any sense. It
man.
really doesn't make
And
any sense.
And then I start to lose hope of these friendships that I've acquired and these people that I've met because now I realize that, they're not doing this like I'm doing this.
No.
You know what I mean?
It's not about their
when
life.
they strap in the car, they don't strap in for the same reasons I do. They're strapping in the car because their buddies think it's cool, or they're strapping in the car because some guy showed them that the drag racing is kind of cool and you got enough money you can be good at it or whatever.
Yeah.
They're not putting it all on the line every time they go up there like I am. And so
Well, they don't love it enough to do that.
right, and then as soon as something like this happens, they want to jump and say, "Hey, whoa, okay, well then let's stop. This guy died. Let's stop street racing." You know
More
what I mean?
regulations,
Well,
more of this, more of that.
That shows me that
That's-
we're not the same person. You know what I mean?
No.
Because the people that are like me, we can stand in a group. And when somebody dies doing something they love, or when somebody's out there and they leave behind a family, they leave behind a job, whatever they do,
That's the best way to go.
You look at them and you go, "Hey, man, only the good die young," right? I mean, like thankfully he didn't have to live the rest of his life to this shitty ass world dealing with shitty ass people. You know what I mean? Like he went out fucking banging it out in the street.
Tiptoe through life
know?
so you can arrive to death safely.
Yeah,
fuck all that.
We're not gonna be all fucking prim and pretty in the fucking coffin. Like we're gonna come sliding in on fire, eyes yellow, liver fucked up, no more kidneys, and all of our joints and bodies gonna be all pissed off, and that's
You lived.
we lived. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
I
the
can't-
guy who went this time that he lived. And what sucked, the shittiest part is that when he was out there doing it for years, you weren't out there with him. That's the shittiest part, is that when he was out there living, you weren't.
You were just sitting at
And
home alive.
Now you want to talk. Yeah, you were sitting at home alive, but he's out there living. And now
Exactly.
you want to talk about we need to quit the things that he loved to do. We need to stop all that because it's killing people. Yeah, well, the motherfuckers that were out there backing him up and pouring his shit and making sure he's on a good line and betting with him and fucking marking it off and all that, those were the motherfuckers that were his boys.
Yep.
Those were his people.
Yep.
So
Yeah, just like I'm telling you right now, man. If I whenever I ran to your car, I've said this before. I thought the worst. It was fucking the worst in
It
my
was
eyes.
the worst.
It was the fucking worst.
you should have been in there.
Hey, it was the worst I'd
terrible.
ever seen. But I'm telling you right now, man. If you would have died, if you would have not lived, I wouldn't have changed my life. I'd still be street racing.
Well, no. The only thing that would change is that if you found out the exact reason that killed me,
I may have changed my program.
If I had a
I'd have changed my seat or something.
If I had a
You know?
screwdriver laying in the car with me and
Yeah,
it
I'd
went
be
through
like,
my neck, you'd be like, all right,
exactly.
we ain't taking no
No
screwdrivers
tools.
on
Yeah.
the fucking
No
road.
tools
Yeah.
in the car.
Yeah.
Those are changes that you can make, but you're not gonna change this.
No.
Like just because some teenage kid dies from texting driving down the road, or they get abducted or whatever, and they're driving down 50th Street to school and they get hit by a fucking car and they burn up, I'm not going to take my kid's car away from him. Whoa, guys. Okay, no more driving for you fuckers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because you could die.
Because you could die.
Yeah,
You
no
get killed
shit.
walking your fucking doggy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the truth. Like,
I don't know. I can't explain.
either live it or don't live it. But let
Yeah.
the ones that are living it, let them live it, and let the ones that are dying, let them
If they're
die
not
from
if
it.
they're not bothering you, making it to where you can't live, leave them the fuck alone.
Or
Yeah.
why weren't you out there when he's getting in the car telling him, buddy, this ain't safe.
Yeah,
Look
this
at all
ain't
these.
cool.
Look at all this
This
shit.
ain't cool.
Don't do this. This ain't cool, man. Don't do this. You know why? Because he didn't even fucking tell you he's going out there.
And he would have said, "Fuck
He
you."
had
'Cause
his-
y'all wasn't buddies.
Because y'all wasn't buddies,
His
goddammit.
buddies
I've
was
told you
fucking
100
married.
times.
He didn't give a fuck what you thought, and he still don't. If he gave a fuck what you thought, he'd have been calling you, telling you, hey, come help me race. And when you'd have told him not to do it, he wouldn't have done it if he gave a fuck what you thought. But he didn't. So he found the people that fucking thought like him and enjoyed the same shit, and they went out there and didn't fucking tell your ass. So you woke up Monday and you were surprised that this guy, I didn't even know this guy street
Yeah.
raced. You know
Now
why?
you're fucking
because he
campaigning.
didn't fucking like
Because
you.
you weren't one of his
Like
buddies.
in my
And
car.
now you're supposed to be out there fucking helping him and supporting him. He didn't fucking like you.
And now you're
and-
fucking
and-
trying to campaign fucking stop street racing.
And who the fuck are you
And
anyway?
who are you?
Who the fuck are you to tell other people what they can and can't do with
Yeah.
their fucking lives?
Dude, what's fucked up is half the people that claim to be this guy's friend, the one that died this time, the one that they've heard about, half the people that claim to be his friends, they all posted a picture of the car, and it wasn't his car.
What even the car?
It wasn't even the car.
They're just fucking
They were
retards.
posting that picture up because someone else posted it, and they thought that was the car, so they
That's the
posted it
car.
up. They didn't even fucking know
His car.
his car. They didn't know what he was in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, he had two, I guess. And
no, but they were posting
They-
a picture
they were
of a
posting the
crashed
other one.
Mustang
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
parking lot that wasn't his, and they're posting everywhere going, "Look what street racing's doing." And I'm like, I'm looking at it going, like, your fucking point is invalid because you're posting a picture of some other guy's car from California. Like, you don't even know your boy's car. This is supposed to be your boy. You're supposed to be all worried about him. You don't even know what the fuck he was driving. You know why? Because you weren't standing there when he left the starting line. You know what I
It's
mean?
like in my car when you close the door. We've had a talk about one time about this. Be safe or
Yeah.
watch out.
Yeah.
And I'm shut.
Yeah.
I will
You've
hold
told
on
me
to
that
for
before.
months. Yeah,
No,
don't say a
I-
goddamn thing to me.
I fucked up. We lost a listener. Did you hear the
They're
noise?
dropping
Every
like-
time-
somebody
every-
goes, yeah, fuck this.
Every
They're
time we
dropping
hear
like
the noise,
flies.
every time we hear that noise, somebody turns off. I think we're back to tens of listeners
Yes.
now. But
yeah, that's my thing. Like,
but yeah, well,
don't
the
ruin what the
problem was
fuck
is
I'm
that I've
doing.
seen,
I don't
you
say
know,
anything to you.
I know, and I get emotional
I
sometimes.
do this.
Yeah.
I give you the thumbs
Like,
up out
give-
the window
give-
and do
give
your
'em- yeah,
fucking thing,
give 'em
baby.
hell or
I get
something, you know?
emotional sometimes because I've lost some good people that I really cared about to this sport, and I've lost some people that I know, and people have lost their freedoms and everything else. And so when I'm helping Chris set the El Camino up in the shop, and I'm looking over and I'm going, oh my God, this thing is fucking, oh my, like this is bad, right? Well, the whole time we're setting it up and we're rolling the dice on whether or not it's
Going,
going to make a
"God
pass,
damn."
catch on fire, or roll over. And so when I'm shutting his door, we're really close, man. We've been close for a lot of years. When I'm shutting his door, I look at him right now and I say, hey, buddy. I said, be safe, motherfucker. And I shut the door. Well, after the race, he comes over to me and says, what the fuck is wrong with you? He goes, don't ever do that shit to me again. I said, what do you mean? He said, don't ever hang your fucking head in the door before I pull the start on and tell me to be safe, you fucking cocksucker. And I was like, I didn't even think about it, but I was like, oh, yeah, that's fucking stupid. That's like leaning in right before somebody races and say, don't jump.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hey,
I've
hey.
had people do that to me before.
yeah,
It
for one
pisses
thing-
me the fuck off.
Yeah,
Don't jump.
I'll be mad for months. Like for me, it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, let me have this. Like this,
Yeah.
I'm happy right now.
Yeah.
And
And that's what he
don't,
told me. He said, if I have to think about what you just said, then I can't do what I have to do to make it down through there. And he said, I have to drive this car a certain way, and I have to be in this car, and I have to live my life a certain way, and I can't if I have to think about, because I'm not going to do what you said. I'm not going to be safe, but I still have to think about it.
Yeah.
I have to think about you saying be safe. Fuck you. Don't do that to me no more. And, hey, when he told me that, I was like, God damn, I can't even imagine if somebody leaned in my car and was like, be careful, buddy. This shit's crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey,
what
you
the
know,
fuck?
you know,
Like,
people's dying out there.
Hey, or like when the guy's getting out of the airplane, like, hey, did you pack your chute?
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
have you tried that deal?
at any time,
tested it out?
at any time in my life, if you see me, don't act like it's the last time you're going to see me.
Right.
Because I'm good. I'm
Right.
doing what the fuck I
Right,
want
and
to
I
do.
know
Trust
that.
me.
And I know that the last time I see you, that's how I'll remember you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not, and that's the way I have to. So, but at the
I'll
time,
be smiling, candles
but
lit,
there's-
fixing to do some shit. And
Yeah,
fuck
exactly.
everybody. And
And-
if I die, y'all bury me with the fuck on, and I'm
but,
good.
But I know you, just like these people think they know everybody else. I know Chris. I saw when Chris fucking spun that fucking Elko up the goddamn embankment and everything, and he got out of that car.
Laughing
I've
his
seen
fucking ass
everybody.
off.
I've seen all kinds of other people crash on street racing. I've seen people go in the ditch and crash their fucking Cutlass or whatever. I've seen them all do this, and they get out and they're all, man,
Damn.
What am I gonna do now?
Yeah.
You know?
Not me, motherfucker.
No, Kamikaze fucking get out. He's like, you see that shit? You know?
Yeah. I fucking made it, goddamn
He
it.
did that. He could have let off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
he could have let off,
I didn't.
but he didn't.
I really didn't.
And don't take that away from him.
Yeah.
Don't take that away from him by saying we need safety features on these cars to let off if he gets into a certain lateral G-force. We need to let him.
Yeah.
That's his decision. That's who he is. That's what he's living for.
It's my ass in the seat.
He wants
Fuck
that.
you.
He wants that. That's what he's doing it for. Don't fucking take that from him, you fucking selfish pricks.
Yeah, who the fuck are you? Like, who the fuck is another grown
Now-
man to walk in somewhere easy? And
Now,
tell
if they
me,
had, if they had his girlfriend strapped up in a, warehouse somewhere, and they're sending pictures of her and telling him he's got a street race to make Johnny Chan money, you know what I mean? So that to save his family. Well, and he died street racing. Well, that's kind of fucked up. You know what I mean?
yeah, it still ain't streets fault.
That's kind of damage rate street.
I let some
fault, but
motherfucker get my girl. I let him get the drop on my
It's Johnny
chick.
Chan's fault.
Yeah.
And then his brother needs to avenge him.
Yeah.
You know? And if his brother goes to jail killing Johnny Chan, well, guess what? That's a bad motherfucker. But
That's
we
how I-
ain't-
that's
we're not
exactly
gonna
how I
get rid
feel.
of. We're not gonna get rid of fucking switchblades because that's what he used to kill Johnny Chan. Give me a fucking break.
Exactly.
Consequences, motherfuckers. And there are consequences for listening to this fucking show. And if you're still listening to it, you're one of us, I guess, because you're fucking, I don't know, or you're mad right now and you're typing shit on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah.
Either it's
But
fuck
guess
all those
what?
guys.
Yeah.
If you get on Facebook right now and say you don't like me, for what I've said, I said it because that's who the fuck I am, and I don't give a fuck.
Accept
Okay,
it.
if you don't like me saying it and you post up somewhere all this shit, that's consequences of me saying what I want. I could be quiet and go, yeah, it's really terrible. It's a
That's
really
a tragedy.
It's a bad tragedy what happened
a
over
fucking
there. And
tragedy.
I heard there was
Sorry
an
about that.
accident. Yeah,
I'm real sorry.
I heard
about
there was
that.
an accident across the country, and we're gonna say a little moment. I could do that. I could be that guy, and everybody would like me, right? But fuck that. You'll never know who I am. I'm to be just like you.
At least
be
he
just like
passed
everybody else.
doing what he wanted,
No,
like a
I'm
man.
I'm gonna tell you what I feel, and this is how I feel. And if you don't fucking like it, don't listen to our goddamn fucking radio show. This is the radio show where we say the same shit we would say in the shop, whether the mics are on or not. We're not gonna censor ourselves. If you like it, cool. If you're one of the listeners, let me know. People tell me every day what number they are. It's fucking
It's
badass,
fucking awesome.
dude. It's so
I
fucking
love
cool.
it. It's so much better.
It is. It's awesome that they listen to the show, and there may be less of them now. But guess what? I'd rather have tens of listeners that are bad motherfuckers
Hey, it was
than
us.
have 20s or 30s of listeners that believe, that seatbelts save lives. You know what I mean? Like,
Here's-
it's fuck whatever.
Here's how I see
man.
it. Like it was us before this show.
Oh yeah, no.
It
for
was
real.
us. It was us before this show, and if everyone fucking hates us, it's still gonna be us. I mean,
And the longer
Not
I
me.
do it, the
I
more
only say things that make people happy and make people like me.
shit. The longer I do this shit, the more I find out that there's not really many of us out there.
I think
starting to
real
think-
hard before I speak.
I'm
Yeah.
starting to think that there's less. Every day I feel like there's less of us out there, and it's because they're
Hey,
all
there
dying
is.
street racing,
There-
and so we should stop it.
Yeah, we should stop. We should just
it's
quit.
like, I respect a man that says I'm not gonna do this because I feel like it's too dangerous and I have something I want to lose.
No, I respect that guy.
I respect that guy.
If he says, guys, street racing is dangerous. I don't want to lose my life racing on the street.
Well, yeah, that's
Dude,
his decision.
Then
Now,
rock
he
and
says-
roll,
if
baby.
he
I'm
says-
not going to take that from you. I'm
No.
not going to call you a pussy.
No,
I'm
no.
not going to say, well, you're a bitch because you don't race in the street. You know why? Because that's you. I'm not going to take
Yep.
that from you. If you
Yep.
say, I don't want to race the street because I don't like it, it's too dangerous, I could die doing it, I'd rather go somewhere that I'm not going to die,
Then cool.
I'm going to go, hell yeah, brother. Ain't nobody begging you to come out here anyway.
Nope. We
You know
have
what I mean?
never
So-
begged
so
anybody to come to the
respect
fucking
our,
street.
Respect our decision for doing this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's the same thing. Like,
It's like if I want to go off a cliff, I'm gonna go.
yeah, I mean,
And
it's
you assholes
against
get in the way, I'll
law
take you
to
down
do
with
it.
me. Like you're not getting in my way. It's not how it's gonna
It's
go.
against the law to do it.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
against the law to do
It's
anything.
not like you fucking fall asleep and do it in your sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's things you weren't sleepwalking street racing here. Like there were things that you had to do to make that decision to get to that point.
Yeah.
Okay. The only person that could have stopped any of these deaths from happening is the person who fucking made those decisions that went out there, and you can't ask him. You can't talk to him. You can't figure it out. It's done. Respect him. Put pictures up on your fucking Facebook of him hanging the goddamn tires on the street and show people that you're proud of who your friend was and you were proud to support him in what he did, whether it took his life or not. That's the chances that he took. That's the risk that he made. Fuck yeah. You know what I mean? Because if Chris dies street racing at El Camino, I'm going to post pictures of Chris hanging the tires on the street, and be like, look,
Yep.
he's a fucking idiot. You know what I mean?
I
He stayed in it too long, Chris. You know?
I literally can't get there's people who don't think that way. Like
Yeah.
I would
Our
hate
whole
you if you
fucking
tried to tell
country-
me I couldn't do what I wanted to do,
Exactly.
and I'd do it anyways. If you got in my way, I'd find a way to get the
That's
fuck through
why
you.
Those people don't hang out with you now. The people, if you died street racing today in the El Camino, the people that would put the shit up on Facebook about stop street racing, we love Kamikaze, we miss him, we fucking can't get over it, that we can't see him again.
Yeah, where y'all been?
Yeah, where the fuck were they? They're not the
I
ones that
fucked up my whole life. Where the fuck were y'all then? That's literally why I have a problem with people in my life. Like there's people there, and everyone's like, "Oh, this now." I'm like, "Hey, asshole, I was a little kid around you a long time, and you let me get the fucking shit beat out of me. Where were you then?"
When I was making all
Fuck
these
you.
stupid decisions to get here, you didn't give a fuck. But
Yeah.
now all of a sudden you want to stop
Yeah,
street racing?
kiss my ass.
You know?
Yeah,
Where
something
was
that
you
I'm
when
passionate about?
Where
Yeah.
was you when I bought this fucking
Yeah.
car?
Yeah.
Where was you to tell me,
Be like-
don't buy this
like-
motherfucker?
like
You knew
on
what I
the-
was going to do with it.
Yeah, half of
You
them
didn't
didn't
say
know.
nothing until now.
Where
Yeah.
was you
Now
when
that
I
I'm
was
dead.
I'm
mixing
just-
up shit on the side of the house trying to come up
Yeah.
with something sticky for the street?
Yeah, I'm just like this on the bang button, just bang,
Yeah.
bang.
Yeah. And they're over there going,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
it's
fucking like-
fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, fuck
Yeah.
you, kiss
Exactly.
my ass. I'm
So,
doing that kind of shit.
That, you know, I think we've ruined enough of our relationships with our listeners today. Those of
Kamikaze
you,
told me earlier that if I die, he's taking my small block.
Oh yes,
If I
am.
die and crash, you know, even
let me
you know?
let me let you guys in on something. If Shawn dies street racing, we're splitting his shit.
Except for the small block. The small block's mine.
He said, except for the small block, he said, I'm getting. He goes, no shit. Hey, whenever I told him, yeah, you can have it, he goes, no shit, man. No, really, I'm. He was
Can you sign
serious.
something?
You
Because,
think
look-
we could get that on paper?
I'd like to have the Impala.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice little piece.
You know, if he gets a small block, I want the Impala.
I got the small block.
Shit. You could buy
I'm
three
probably
of
gonna-
those
I'm
fucking Impalas for what that small block
Yeah,
cost.
I'm probably gonna try and confiscate that Rossler too.
You're going to have to talk to him
Rosser-
about that.
Carl,
Yeah.
Carl gonna come get that.
Oh shit.
Carl gonna hear Shawn die. Be like, yeah. So
Yeah. So,
where's that tranny?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Guess
all
I'm
right.
shifting good.
We're done. Today is so those
Yeah,
of you that are
that's
left,
good.
those of you that are still interested in listening to what we have to say, see you. We'll see you next
Look,
week.
I mean, by pretty much try to sum this up a little bit. By no means are we ever telling anybody that you should street race.
No,
but
you
there are
shouldn't.
fucking
There are
consequences in it, and you need to know the consequences.
Or that we don't
Just
care
like-
if you pay them.
Yeah. okay.
It's something happened wrong. We're not like fuck that guy. It's like
No,
that
you know
sucks.
what? But
We
if you knew the
care.
consequences, it still sucks. You know that this person died. But
Yeah.
he knew the consequences, so don't take away
Well,
fucking his
he-
passion and what he loved.
he did it.
That's it.
He knew every weekend somebody died doing it, and every time
Yeah.
somebody died doing it, he went, "Oh
Yeah.
shit!" Well, that's
Yeah, but for 4 or 5 seconds, you know, nowadays, you know, a little
Well,
closer
y'all,
to 4,
yeah, I'm
you could be
looking
a
for
fucking
threes.
hero out there, man. You know, I mean,
He was
some
alive.
people love it, man. You just, you know, it's something I'm passionate about.
if you
and
don't
I'm
want
gonna-
to
I'm
do it,
gonna
we
do
don't give a fuck. Don't do it. Please
I'm
Exactly.
don't.
telling you
Just
right
don't
now,
do it,
I'm going to
yeah.
do it up until the day I die.
Literally.
Literally.
Yeah, I almost did.
That's
Yeah.
whenever I'm
I
going to quit
almost
street racing.
did it until the day I died.
Yep.
I almost did it to the second I died.
Yep.
Thankfully, I got another chance. So guess what I did? I went out and got a faster car.
Hell yeah.
I got a lighter car. I got a car that when I crash this one, it's really gonna be fast.
Yeah.
Like you think it's fast? You think it's bad crashing 160? I'm gonna crash this one 190, motherfuckers. Like, do you think that's that's the dumb shit?
Yep.
You know what I mean? But I do that because that's who the fuck I am, and I want y'all to know that's who I am. And when I die, tell them.
Yep.
When I die, tell everybody.
Bitch was
that
on 180 mile an hour fucking
that
sub
dumb-
4
that-
second pass
yeah.
on the street
Same
or whatever.
shit happened the last time he was out here.
Yeah.
He crashed that
Dumb
motherfucker,
bastard.
but he was doing 40 mile an hour faster. You
Yeah,
know what I
he
mean?
was.
Like, tell him. Don't fucking tell him that.
You're not gonna see me if we all died tomorrow. You're not gonna see Kamikaze making a nationwide campaign on banning
No.
illegal street racing.
And I'm hoping that
I'm gonna be in the
I'm
Elko
gonna
street
start-
racing.
I'm gonna start on my mixtape now, because so if I die, then y'all can put out my album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can call it
Machiavelli.
Big Chief, Life After Death,
Bigavelli.
Bigavelli. You know what I mean?
Bigavelli.
Like, that's just part of it. You know what I mean? That's
It
what it
sucks.
is. It sucks, but that's what it is.
That's
We-
life.
We do this.
Yep.
We do this. That's who the fuck we are. Let us be that, and leave us the fuck alone if you don't believe
You be
in it.
you. We're gonna be
You
us.
be you. Yeah,
Yep.
you have fun with your hot rod. I'm have fun with my hot rod. Until then, see you at the start line.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like whatever. Peace.
Yep.
So
This
all
is
right.
this is the way we feel about it. If you don't like it, you know, we're
Sorry.
sorry.
and hopefully
But fuck you.
you get to listen
You
to
know?
this before somebody shuts it off.
He said,
Yep.
"But
Yeah,
fuck."
for real.
But fuck. All right.
All right, I'm out.
See you next week.